A journey that no one expected. Starting from a reunion of old friends, resulting in the fall of a nation. History runs in circles, but to break the cycle, it's simply unheard of. The journey to Astera.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. We're missing somebody. Oh, Zach must have went and started his. So, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start introducing everybody, or I'm gonna let them introduce themselves rather. I am Ryan, aka Hollowlock, aka I have had too long of a week to give a fuck. So pass it on to Priest. Go for it.
To who? Me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ming. I've had a very, very long week myself.
You're muted.
I'm what?
I hear him. I can hear him, that's just fine.
What the crap? Apparently, according to my thing, he's muted.
Can you not hear me?
This is weird.
Hi, welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Check.
Right. I literally can't hear him. Okay. Maybe I just need to exit the room and come back.
Yeah, let's give that a try.
Let me try that.
Tablets.
Hi, welcome to Wednesday nights, where technical difficulties are a constant and never-ending thing.
And it was funny because it was just working.
Anyways, I am Hollowlock, and this is my weekly stream. I will be back at it again soon, playing other things instead of just D&D, because I know a lot of y'all missed that. So
Yes.
I will be doing other things other than this. So y'all look forward to that. I'll be starting probably next week. So y'all look forward to that. And I think we're gonna try a couple different things. Mainly, something I really want to do is One Piece Odyssey. Looks awesome. I'm a big fan of One Piece. But I've been playing through all the old Dragon Quest games, so I'm looking forward to that too. Are we good, Zane?
I mean,
Hi.
according to my thing, he's still muted.
According to what thing?
Can you hear
According
me?
to my screen and everything that I'm seeing, I cannot hear Meet the Merciless right now.
Oh, Priest is muted.
Yeah, it's saying that I'm muted. I can hear
Strange.
him. Let me try
Everybody else is saying they can hear him,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I cannot.
That'll be hard considering he's DM.
How about now?
I know.
No? Nothing? Alright, hold on.
Y'all bear with us for a minute. Excuse the furry on screen. We're we're getting everything worked out right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay,
Good.
apparently I had to leave so that his stuff would work.
Whatever. I can hear you too.
I
That
mean,
works.
I exited out of the entire thing.
So has everybody had a pretty good
I-
week
so-
so far?
No, it's been a pretty craptastic week.
Yep.
Hey, but we're here to play D&D, right?
It's been a busy
Yep.
week,
That's
that's
the
for
thing.
damn sure.
Yeah, I was literally having a panic
heavy
attack
lifting.
before we started streaming, so here we are.
Here we are.
Like I've been breathing hard. My wife was like, What's wrong? Are you okay?" And I'm like, like just having a panic attack for no reason. So here we are. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it to everybody. We're gonna go ahead and start to my left, Mr. Ming. Take it away, brother.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Wednesday night stream. So we left off last week with Lon's. Hold up, let me pull up my map because it ran away. There it is. We left off last week with Lon's stopping off in Lane, and we had the rest of the crew still over in Liri. They had the opportunity to sit back and kind of work some ideas out and figure a few other directions on what they want to do. I have weird music playing in the background and it's slightly distracting. Is that you or me?
I don't hear anything.
That's your music. Y'all can't hear mine.
It's paused. Oh well, anyway.
I have like 12 tabs open, and one of them's playing something. I have no idea what it is.
Welcome to the life of a dungeon master.
Did the music go away?
No, it did not.
Yeah, that's yours.
So on my end, I have random music playing. So if you guys see me randomly doing this, it's because there's some weird thing playing, and I don't know why.
Well, y'all let me know before you start trying to put music in here, because I have music playing on my side. Okay.
Oh yeah. With that being said, we are going to be having an interesting meetup today. But today's episode is what do we call it? A not so
happy reunion.
Not so happy reunion.
Bittersweet reunion.
Bittersweet reunion. That was it.
There we go.
That was the word.
I thought y'all were trying to lead us on into like actually saying it, but y'all actually didn't know the name of the room.
When I said it's been a
Didn't know
long
the
week,
word.
he was right. All the tabs are open, but one of them's playing something that I didn't hit play on.
Wait, just write it down.
It's written
Just
down.
write stuff down, guys.
It is written down. It's written down in the title of the video.
That I can't see.
Good job.
Or me either.
Anywho, let's get Ventus, Turok, and Zane on the road.
So we're on the road.
Not quite.
Road.
Not quite.
I thought we're gonna be like riding on a sled across a grassy plain. There's no road.
Y'all will. I'll be on the lizard.
He's the one that's dragging the
The
sled.
lizard's dragging the sled.
I'm walking.
You're
So
gonna ride the lizard while he's dragging it. Man, that dude's gonna be like already like packed out. You don't want to add a freaking heavy ass minotaur on the back of the lizard while he's pulling the sled.
he's a big boy. He can do it. Anyway, so you guys had a chance to talk with General Folros. He got you guys filled in on everything. Told you what he's going to be doing. He's got a group that's going to be going to Ulrich Vet ahead of you, and another group that's going to be going to Steiden shortly after that, as long as Ulrich Vet doesn't take too long. I believe you guys decided you were going to take the path of least resistance and go through the plains, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So,
At least until we reach the river,
at least until you reach the river.
and then we're on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Like I said, God damn it. So we go. I was hoping we could just do this without that.
Yeah, no, that wasn't gonna happen. You guys should know
See
by
what
now,
happened.
anything you think's not gonna happen is probably gonna happen.
I'm doing everything in my power not to mention the fart once.
Well, we already got the poop jokes out of the way for the most part.
Oh no.
Anyway. So before you guys leave, there was a young man that is supposed to be joining you guys. I believe it was Dwight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as you guys are getting onto the set, oh, the music stopped. As you guys are getting onto the sled, Dwight is going on this journey with you guys, and he gets on and tells you that the general had one more thing that he wanted to inform you about. He needs you guys to stop off in Lane, if you have the time, to pick up a package. It's something that he may need in the very near future that could help bring the Tyrian Triumvirate into joining the cause to help bring back this continent under everybody's independent rules. You're going to be needing to go to the Whitechapel of the Sun Moon.
At the what?
The
The
Whitechapel of the Sun
Whitechapel
Moon.
Sun Moon.
Sun Moon?
Better known as the Fire Moon.
Okay.
I like Sun Moon better.
All you have to do when you get there is request one of the priests to bring the general's package to them. They will bring it to you, and you can leave.
That just sounded so wrong.
You can't see this, but I'm doing the 2 fingers at the eyes and 2 fingers back.
Something's happening.
Something's happening.
You gonna try to wave again?
So now he's giving you guys that information. Are you guys ready to get rolling?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a resounding yes.
Now by sled, it's only going to take you a little over a day and a half to reach the river. So you guys will be able to stop off in Lane within the first day.
Okay, well, while we're on that route or while we're riding, I'm going to be reading that book that I got from the City of the Silver Tree.
Okay. And Ventus?
It's going to have that info about the moons and stuff.
Right. Ventus, what will you be doing?
I'm going to be sharpening both my sword and my dagger.
Okay. Turak?
Like I said, I'm riding 3 Rock, so I'm just kind of looking around, keeping an eye open for things.
Okay. What I need you to do is give me a perception check. This is going to be for riding during the first couple of hours of the day. So give me 2 of them.
I got a 13 on the first one.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
No, just Turak.
Okay.
And then 19 on the second.
And a 19 on the second. Zane, while you're reading your book, how many of the moons are mentioned in the book that you have?
4 out of the 6, the
4 out of
ones
the
that are the ones that are actually in orbit, or ones that are actually orbiting.
Okay.
The 2 that are above the towers aren't mentioned.
Okay, so what you're looking for is to see if there's anything that you can find, essentially.
Basically.
Right? So it mentions anything about any other kind of moon?
Or yeah, like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, what it is about those 4 and why it doesn't mention the other 2 that I've heard about.
Okay.
I'm probably going to eventually come across a thing where basically it has, like, torn pages
Yes.
in the book or something.
So for the first hour... Oh, what's my note? There it is. For the first hour, while you're looking through it, you actually do come across what appears to be one page that has been ripped out. And on that page, where are you at? Give me just a second here.
All the stuff that I sent you is actually in our conversation.
Yeah. I'm looking for something else that I thought I had in front of me, and apparently I do not have it in front of me. Anyway. You do see references, you see the word twin on a piece of the jagged edge of one of the pages that got ripped out. And it appears to be an ending part. It's a word from what appears to be a possible passage in the last portion of the information about the firemen.
Heroes.
Ventus, do me a favor and give me. Excuse me. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're looking up every now and then while you're sharpening your sword and your knife.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
Nat 20. So 23.
Okay. So early on in your guys' start of this travel, you don't necessarily see anything, but you do hear a battle off to the north of you in the plains, and you're pretty sure that you guys are roughly directly south of Oldrick. The noises they're coming from this battle are fairly drowned out because of how far away you are, but you can tell that it is a very hard, very heavy battle that is currently happening as you guys are moving away.
Right.
Turok, with yours, during the first couple hours, you really don't notice anything going on. You do realize that there's a river directly to the south of you. You recognize that river as one of the rivers that separates the Tyrian Triumvirate from the northern half of the continent. So you know that Lawick is past that river and just over the hills that are off in the distance. Zane, roll me a d8 real quick.
Uh, 8.
An 8? Okay. As you continue flipping through this book, you do find several pieces on another page. You just see some bits of words. One of the words seems to, it may say tower or weather. It's really hard to tell because the way that the page is ripped and it being handwritten, the lettering and the punctuation, the penmanship is really not that great.
Okay.
Turok, give me one more perception check real quick.
15.
15. Off in the distance, you can see some cattle grazing. It looks like there might be a farm somewhere along these plains. You can see the fence line with the barbed wire. Can't really see where the home is. It is a little bit hilly towards the south. You can see a pack of dogs moving through with the herd. It doesn't look like they're harming them or anything, though. Ventus, Dwight is sitting next to you. Are you wanting to talk to him about anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Hey, Dwight, do you hear that?
The sounds of battle off in the distance.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like Polar might have kicked that fight off a little earlier than it was supposed to.
Yeah, he did seem a little excitable.
Well, he's not normally one to jump straight to it, but when you give him an opportunity and start the sentence with "have fun," he does get a little overexcited.
Does Polar like to show off? I'm starting to get like show off vibes. Is that what he's doing?
It's not so much that he likes to show off. It's unintentional showboating.
He's just that good, is what you're telling
Yeah, he's just that good.
me. Okay.
I've seen him run to somebody's aid in the middle of an emergency, and it looked like an act of the gods just happened, and he had no clue what impressive feat he had just done.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe. I feel like he just kind of stands there and lets it happen.
Pretty much.
Out of character, I'm thinking, you know, kind of like Jack Sparrow standing up on the thing, and that was without a single drop of rum.
Yes.
That's hilarious. So, uh, do you think uh, do you think my father's crew has made it to Orgvik yet? Because that's where they were headed.
They departed the same time we did, but we're moving on something much faster than what the general's moving with. His
So-
army's probably going to be about a day behind us.
So you think Polar's just holding them off until my father gets there?
I think Polar's playing with them right now.
Probably.
As good as he is, he knows his limits, and with those muffled sounds, he's moving a lot. So they're making him work for his fun.
Well, I'm sure I'm not even worried about that guy.
I'm not worried, but I'm still worried. We don't know what size force is actually up there, and should that force be greater than was expected, even Polar is still just mortal.
Well,
I'm hoping your father gets there fast enough that he doesn't wear himself out.
Well, my father isn't really one to twiddle his thumbs either, so I'm not worried about that either.
No, I've never known your father to dally.
No. We just need to focus on getting to where we're going and find lawns. That's what we need to do.
Yes. Hopefully your friend is okay, and maybe we can get some information once we get to Lonnie. Maybe somebody will have seen him.
Yeah, I'm worried
something.
about little boy Blue too.
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out one of his knives, and he starts kind of tapping the tips of the knives together to make them spark, and every time he touches the end, he pulls them further and further apart to see how long he can hold the spark.
That's pretty impressive.
It's taken a long time for me to be able to even get the spark to stay and actually connect from end to end.
I've never tried that. Show me how you do that.
It's okay. So he shows you how he holds his knives. He's literally just holding the hilt, and he's got a pretty tight grip. It's a white knuckle grip that he's got on the handles. And you can see the concentration in his face as he pops the tips of the blades together and slowly pulls it apart.
So he's making it arc.
He's making it arc. But as he's making it arc, he's holding his concentration while he does it. And he gets it to about 4 to 5 inches in length before it separates itself.
I would like to try that with fire, but instead of my swords, I want to try it with my 2 fingers.
Okay. Give me a D100.
All right.
He's gonna
Set
fire
the
the
sled
sled.
on
He's
fire.
gonna set fire to the sled. He's
Yep.
gonna set fire to the sled, and we're all fucked.
It's not the D10. Oh.
Fire's scary.
75.
Okay. When you initially put the tips of your fingers together and go to separate them, you separate them a little bit fast, but you do get the initial spark, and you get about a quarter-inch connection of flame to flame before it separates.
Whew. That's hard. All right, let me try again. All right, roll a D100 again. 96.
Okay, when you do it the second time, you separate your fingers and you pull the flame from fingertip to fingertip to almost a foot before it separates itself. White looks at you in absolute shock, no pun intended. Sets his knives down and takes the tips of his fingers and puts them together.
Why is that so
Concentrates
exhausting?
Really, really hard. He goes to pull his fingertips apart and nothing happens. So he tries it again and again and again. And he looks at you while he's doing this. Says, I don't know who's showing off. You or Polar?
You don't.
How did you do that?
You don't know about the thing. It's not me showing off. It's me trying to learn how to control. I have this ability to where, for some reason, I don't need runes to control magic.
So you're special.
I was,
You got that right.
according to my father, I was born this way. I don't understand it myself. That's one of the reasons I'm on this journey, I guess.
My brain. I was born this way. I hate my brain.
Zane, save the singing for Lons.
I can't help it.
You may now sing.
I'm channeling our bard. Right now. That's what I'm doing. That's what.
He misses him.
Oh.
I didn't realize how much I missed. I didn't realize how much I missed little boy Blue, man.
But yeah, Dwight, it's just something that I'm just learning about. Like, this is new to me. Within the last few weeks, it's been something I've been trying to work on. I've been trying to take control here.
I've never met anybody who can do that without runes. So there's truly something unique and special about you. I can understand why your father's so protective and why he's got the sanguine sage training you. As he looks at Zane with a little bit of fear in his eyes.
And I just look back at him and I'm like, you can probably actually do a little bit more better what you're doing by just allowing the natural science of it to take effect, right?
He goes a little bit wide-eyed and jaw just kind of drops. He spoke to me.
I put my hand on Dwight.
I look at him and I point and say, "We're not doing this."
I put my hand on Dwight's shoulder and pat real hard. Say, he's single, right?
When you do that, he looks at you, he closes his mouth and goes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any disrespect.
I'm gonna say, I'm just kidding. Don't pull your gun out, please.
The hell am I listening to back there?
Oh my gosh.
And
And I just
He
go
actually
ahead and I
lets you
just bury
mean by
my
the natural
whole thing
science.
back. I'm like, I pull the book back up over my face. I'm like, this is nope.
Okay, well, he
No.
reaches over and kind of taps on the back of your book.
Mhm.
What do you mean by the natural science?
The natural
you can tell by
science
the look
of
on his face, he's actually genuinely asking.
And so I just kind of plop the book back down. I'm like, the natural science of electricity. I mean-
no offense, sir, but I'm just a simple soldier that learned a really cool trick. I don't know anything about electricity.
Well, for one, lighting in and of itself is, and I explained the process of how like ionization works, how you have to have like positives and negatives, and how there's a grounding effect. And so like even the boots that he's wearing can have a certain degree of effect to it. But basically, like if he's allowing the arc to take place, like whenever he's dragging the blades across and everything, if he basically allows the poles to, basically align themselves, the arc could probably travel further, and depending on how he grounds himself, it could probably be even more devastating than he's originally been intending from the start.
Okay. He's been listening to you very intently while you're explaining this to him, and he says, "Would a grounding rune help?"
I mean, it would definitely wouldn't hurt.
Because I've got these weird marks on the bottom of my boots, and he kind of lifts his boot up to where you can see the marking in his boot, and you recognize it as a grounding rune.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's gonna basically allow you to channel the electricity through your body into the ground and basically complete the circuit. So yes, if you're able to concentrate enough, you can actually use the grounding runes to help you do that.
That's amazing. I never knew I could do anything like that. He looks at you, Ventus, and he says, "Can I ask Turok to stop 3-Rock for a second?"
Sure.
Hey, Turok,
Yeah.
would you mind pulling him to a halt, 3-Rock to a halt for a second?
Yeah, I suppose we could probably give him a little bit of break.
As you pull him to a halt, without any hesitation, he climbs over the side, out of the saddle, gets down on the ground, plants his feet. He looks back at Zane, gives you a nod,
Mm-hmm.
takes his 2 daggers and puts the ends together, and quickly just does the slide. Doesn't even tap them, just slides the blades along each other and pulls the arc. With a 95. He pulls a 1.5 foot arc
It was so good.
with 0 effort. As soon as he does it, he drops his daggers out of excitement and looks at you and goes, "That was so much easier." Goes to climb back up in the saddle, and then realizes that in his excitement, he dropped his daggers. Goes back and grabs them.
I was just about to say, you might need those.
And everybody give me a perception check real quick for scent.
Did he singe himself? What?
No.
13.
11.
Oh, what?
11.
I'm at an 11.
11, 13? Alright. So,
Oh, wait. I didn't add a modifier, so that would be 16.
okay. Yeah, you guys are fortunate. So you catch a faint whiff of sour in the air as you realize that Turok has just gassed.
And
Out
I'm
in the open.
giggling.
Wish
And you see Zane just instinctively reach down for his hip, just slowly, just like gripping the handle of the freaking pistol, and just
Do you
As-
blame me? Y'all been having all the fun back there. I've been trying to keep the eyes.
Or Dwight,
everywhere.
as he's climbing into the saddle again, says, "Oh my God, what is that smell?"
Sorry, Dwight. This is something I normally do to annoy them.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 for him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
not even a little bit.
He looks at you, Ventus, and says, "You travel with him? You might want to."
Yeah, there ain't no
Light
fixing
diet.
that. There's no fix.
So much protein.
Well, at least he's a bunch of greens.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. He looks up at you, Turok, and says, "Thank you for allowing me the chance to try that out."
That's fine. Allowed me allowed 3-Rock here to get some water and whatnot, freshen up a little bit.
And with that, you guys get moving again. You get through the remainder of the first day fairly easily. It's been mostly clear skies, no issues with the weather. You can kind of hear a little bit of the uh, traffic coming and going from Steiden to the north as you guys approach the road that splits north and south between Steiden and Lonnie.
Mm.
As you guys pull up to that road, actually, you guys go on to Lonnie. I will meet you there in the afternoon tomorrow. The general wants me to take a peek at Steiden and see what the situation is there, and leave him a sign on whether or not he needs to stop here after orders. As he tells you that, he grabs the remainder of his belongings, his bag and everything, and he takes off towards the north, towards Steiden. Turok, I'm assuming you're going to move 3 Rock towards Lonnie?
Yep.
Alright. It takes about an hour for you guys to reach the main gates of Lonnie. And when you reach the gates, there's only 2 guards posted outside. They cross their spears in front of 3 Rock, excuse me, and ask you what your business for here is.
Old man, you want to handle this?
Zane kind of stands up and grabs out his identification credentials and goes ahead and gets down to go and meet the guards and
Okay.
shows them to him.
As you approach the guard, he reaches out his hand to take your credentials, and he kind of gives you not necessarily a side-eyed look, but a look of recognition, like he thinks he might know who you are already. And as soon as he looks at your credentials, he immediately hands them back, looks at the other guard and says, "Get that gate open." And the other guard drops his spear and heads to the gate.
And I just look at the first guard and I'm like, by the way, I don't suppose you know possibly where my family might be here in the city, huh?
It's evening time, so they're probably at the church.
Good, we need to be there anyway.
I believe your sister's been helping some of the people that have been coming in from the other towns. She's been helping feed them.
Sounds about like her.
Now the gate's open, and you guys, you back in the saddle.
Yeah, I'm back up in the cart and everything.
Okay.
The sled.
The sled.
Whip.
So as you guys go through, as soon as you guys clear the gates, they close them and lock them back up. And inside the city walls, everything seems to be absolutely normal. The people inside the city walls aren't acting like there's any kind of war going on. It's almost as if they're clueless as to what's happening outside their walls. They're all just going about their business, living their everyday lives.
I guess that's fine. Innocent people don't need to be involved in such tumultuous times.
I mean, if it hasn't reached them here, why would they be worried?
As you're moving through the main road of the city, some of the guards see 3 Rock and kind of take a step back. They haven't seen one of these up close before. And one of them steps close as you guys are moving by and says, "If you need to bring him to the stables," he points off to the western end of the city, says there's stables over there large enough for him and your sled.
Okay. Quick question. Which way to the Church of the Sun Moon?
The Whitechapel is directly down on the south end of this main road.
Okay.
Can't miss it. It's one of the biggest buildings here.
Okay, we're gonna head there first, take care of some business, and then I'll drop their rock off at the stables then.
Alrighty. So as you guys are progressing through the city and you're passing by the different stalls and stuff, some people are going on about their business. They're buying things, making trades and everything. One of the vendors tosses an apple up towards Three Rock, and Three Rock catches it in the air and starts chewing on it a little bit. And he throws a few more up towards you, Two Rock. Zane, you, as you're looking around, going through the city, you see several different stalls of room tech vendors. You recognize some of your old works. At one stall in particular, it's got some of your very early works from when you first started working on room tech.
It's making me want to get down there and correct it. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, I got something I gotta do. Something I have to do.
Hey, anybody want an apple?
That's racist.
No, I just hold my hand up like, yep.
Okay, cool. I gotta hand him one. I'm already halfway done with the other one.
And Ventus, as you're looking around the city, you see a lot of these stalls as well. You see a few of the smiths that are there.
Any weapon vendors?
Yeah, you see several weapon vendors. It looks like most of the weapon and armor vendors are all in one area, kind of off to the eastern side of the street. And it doesn't look like they're actually competitive with one another. You can actually see some of the vendors, when they're talking to somebody, point at one of the other stalls and send the customer over there.
This place is awesome. I wonder if they have any great swords.
Really? Already trying to get rid of what I got here. Okay, I see how it is.
So he wants to get rid of that sword and get one that weighs as much as him.
You realize you're not very much bigger than one of those.
Recalling a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do I see any vendors with high quality great swords anywhere?
Actually, you do. There's two stalls that have very good quality swords, axes, bows, crossbows, that are also selling armor as well. Both of them have a very large selection of short swords and long swords. One of them has a sword that kind of stands out to you. The blade on the sword is ruby red.
Oh boy.
And you can see that several people have looked at it and picked it up and just kind of set it back down, shaking their head in disappointment. But it's not the disappointment of it's not a good quality sword.
I'd like to walk up to it and ask about it.
Okay, so you're getting down out of the sled?
Yeah.
While it's moving.
I'll catch y'all in a minute, and I hop out.
Did he
And I just kind of look back like, are you...
How old is this character?
We're
Like
not gonna
5?
We're not gonna see him for a while.
Oh, well, when I do, I'm gonna freaking kill him.
Yeah. Give me a dex check real
Please,
quick.
no, because
Alright.
Asher would kill me, and I kind of like being alive.
I'll bring him back till I'll put him really close to death, and then I'll shoot him again with the other bullet. Okay?
So put him in a coma and ship him to Asher with a note. Got it.
All right, Dex.
Yes.
You said
Zane did it.
You said a dexterity check.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be a dex save.
That is my dexterity. I'm trying to remember what it is. My app closed, so I'm pulling it
Oh,
up.
that's okay.
I'm surprised you didn't ask for a desk check catching the 2 apples.
Yeah, those were kind of gimmies.
I was kind of hoping I would actually roll low and kind of fumble them a little bit.
Dex is +1, so that is a 13.
A 13. Okay. You land not quite solid, but enough to go, oop, maybe I should have waited a little bit.
Yeah, I land and I hop on one foot.
Yeah. Kind of got that little one hop bunny hop going.
Oh shit. Okay, and then I starty my legs, and then I take off running. I turn my head back to see while I'm running if I can see exactly where they're going. So I'm like, okay, noted. All right.
Yeah. And you do remember that you did overhear the guard tell them that the church is straight down south on the south end of that road.
Catch y'all in a minute.
So as you're running up to the vendor, this very small, very thin human steps out in front of you and says, "Well, you're a little excited. What can I do for you?"
Oh, I just saw some really interesting wares here, and we're not from here, so I wanted to come take a look. And I noticed this ruby red greatsword. Can you tell me
Okay.
more about it?
I can, but first, where are you from?
We're from south.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're definitely not from the Triumvirate. I can tell that just from the way you walk, and
All right.
dress, and talk.
Well, it's sort of classified information.
Kind of looks around you.
I mean, he is wearing his freaking uniform, so.
You want to try that again?
No.
Like, the symbol of the freaking country that you're from is emblazoned on your person.
So
He might not know what that means.
as you're doing this, he goes,
Oh.
"Okay."
I'm from Arendite. I'm just playing.
The gods.
Yes, I was wondering when you were just going to be honest with me.
I was just
prefer my
mad.
clientele be honest. I don't care where you're from. I was just curious.
That's fine. In fact, I'll tell you everything you want to know about me. I'm actually the son of the Iron Wall.
Oh,
That's my
so I
father.
can actually jack the price up.
No,
Iron brick.
no. Just because I'm the Iron Wall, I'm more like the Clay Wall. Okay, so I don't have Iron Wall money.
Fair enough.
have
Fair
clay
enough.
money.
I'm like
He
the
walks
barbecue
over
pit.
He walks over and grabs the ruby broadsword and walks it over to you, and he hands it to you, and he goes, "First, you're going to want to check the weight."
Okay.
And he's handling it like it doesn't weigh anything. But when he sets it in your hands, you can feel the weight of
Can
the
I
sword.
roll a strength check?
Feel the
Yeah.
weight.
17. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. So you feel the weight, but you maintain it. And at the same time, you realize, okay, this toothpick of a human being just handed me this sword like it weighed as much as a dagger. This thing's got some serious weight. He kind of looks up at you and grins. And he goes, "I know what you're thinking. How?"
Yeah, I am. How?
As he's got it blade flat on your palm, he flips it over to the other side of the blade. And he goes, "You see this engraving right here? I can remove that and put your name in it."
What is that, a gravity rune?
No, what it is an attunement rune. So
Oh.
whoever's name is attuned to this can wield it as if it didn't weigh more than they could handle.
I'd like to pick it up with one hand and just So you're saying that an attunement would make it easier?
Much.
Okay, yeah, I don't see myself being super comfortable with this in a fight. Oh.
Well, the advantage is if you ever drop it, nobody would be able to use it against you unless they were actually stronger than you.
That's a positive. I wonder what Zane's gonna say.
Zane.
Yeah,
Zane Corvus?
yeah, it's my mentor.
He's probably going to call you an idiot and wonder why you bought a big red sword.
I feel like he knows him.
But at the same time, I've met Zane a few times. He's actually helped me with a few of my items in the past. He's the one who gave me the idea of the attunement runes.
Well, it seems like it's brilliant craftsmanship. Like it
Thank
looks, it almost looks like he made it. And so whoever made it did a good job.
Well, I come from a long, long, long line of blacksmiths.
Oh, so you made this? You're not just peddling it?
Correct.
Wow. And you said he would call me stupid, so chances are you really do know him.
Yes.
He would 100% call me stupid every chance he gets. That's
Yeah,
that's
we've
my
only met a
family.
few times, but I don't know him. We've met a few times.
You're not missing much. Like
Sometimes-
that you got him pegged.
Yeah, he's not a hard man to read.
It's got him pegged.
No, like you nailed it, bro. you got that's exactly him. You're missing nothing. Like maybe a soft side, but aside from that, like that's but that's him. But
Well, the blade is made from solid iron and a mixture of ruby. I actually mined the ruby myself. Found a way to heat it up enough to soften it, to flatten it out across and into the steel.
okay. Do you have any that match this in weight?
I don't. But Tabard over there does.
Okay.
He's got one. He's actually got one with an emerald blade.
Interesting. Okay.
Fantastic properties. But I will say this, it's going to be quite pricey, just like this one.
Okay. How pricey?
Well, that one that you're holding in your hands is about 200 platinum.
So, thank you for letting me take a look at your sword, my man. It's a pleasure to inspect your craftsmanship. What is your name? I would like to tell Zane to come check out your wares also.
Taurus.
Taurus?
Yes.
And that sword costs the same, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell him to go look at those too. I'll see you. I have somewhere I gotta be. Pleasure to meet you, Taurus.
As you go to walk off, he says, "One moment."
Yes, sir.
He said, "You're a full rose. What's your name?"
Ventus. Ventus Lavelle Full Rose.
Ventus Lavelle Full Rose.
Yes, sir.
He grabs the handle of the sword and moves his hand over it, reaches over to his station, and he just kind of starts humming a little tune. It sounds a lot like the same tune that your mother used to hum when you were a child.
Brings back memories.
As he puts your name into the hilt of the sword, and he says, "You come back through here the next time with 200 platinum, and you can pay me then. If you don't survive, just make sure the sword gets back to me."
Wow, seriously?
Yes.
Thank you. You don't have to do that.
No, but your father saved my life. The least I can do is make sure his son has a proper weapon.
Well,
You're still gonna pay for it.
of
just
course.
not right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pay. I'll make sure to pay for it.
Guess we robbing banks now.
Yeah.
Next time.
Zane. I'll be like, Zane, check out this new sword I got. Oh, really? How much does it cost? 200 platinum only. What?
I'm gonna be like, the hell did you get the money?
He doesn't understand debt yet. Don't mind him.
That's crazy. I didn't get the money. He just gave it to me and said I could just pay him whenever. It was great.
Oh,
What do you mean
fuck.
he gave it to you?
I don't know what that means, but
he
thanks.
gave it to me for free. He gave it to
He
me.
even carved my name in it. It's awesome.
Oh god.
Don't worry, I got something for you, Zane, when he actually tells you
Yeah,
about the sword.
there's a reason why I was looking for it, but I'll tell y'all in a while.
Yeah.
So
Do you-
I just
Do you
wanted
go
to
to
say,
the other stall?
I fist bump the guy and say thanks. I'll see you next time, and then I kick dust and run across the way to the other stall to take a look.
All right. As you get over to the other stall, this very, very tall, muscular Amazonian woman steps in front of you and looks down
That's
at
my
you and
snoo-snoo.
says,
Mommy.
"Slow down. You don't need to be in a rush in this city."
Well, my friends are waiting on me, and I kind of ditched them to come look at weapons real quick. So I'm just trying to make it quick. I'm sorry. It's a
Well,
pleasure.
welcome to Lane. They'll be okay.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Ventus Full Rose.
Ventus Full Rose. Well, how can I help you today, Ventus?
Uh, yeah. So I just wanted to take a look at that emerald greatsword you have right there.
Oh, this one? She grabs it and sets it in front of you.
Wow.
It's almost as tall as you. So the one that you got that was the ruby red is about 6 inches shorter than the one that she's got in front of you.
Okay. So then I pull the other one off my back to compare them.
Mhm.
And say, I was just trying to find swords that were a similar weight. Um,
She looks at the one that you pulled out. She said, "You got that from Taurus?"
yes, ma'am.
They're the same.
They're the same?
Yep.
So are they a pair?
In a sense. Taurus was my mentor.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like it's just kind of making its way down. So do you mind if I take a look at your craftsmanship?
Please do.
I pick it up and I start inspecting every inch of the blade like I did the other one.
Mhm.
Does it look identical to the other?
It has the same style of blade, the same style of inlay on the hilt. You can tell that the safeguard at the bottom of the blade is a little bit different. So the ruby red one, that hilt guard is just a flat, about a half-inch thick, flat piece of steel, and it has no curvature to it, no sharp edges. All the edging around it has been rounded off. And when you look at the emerald green one, hers are designed to kind of curve down like horns towards the blade.
Right.
So it looks like if someone was to come down with a sword at you and you turn that sideways, you could actually catch the blade in between the blade and the hilt guard.
Okay, I like that. That's dope. This is phenomenal quality. I'm absolutely digging this.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the money I'm sure it costs to pay for something like this, so I'll give it back to you.
200 platinum.
You ain't got negative 400 platinum, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't have 200 platinum, and I didn't pay him. He just kind of said, I'll give it to you for now and just pay me back whenever. But I'm not expecting you to do the same thing, so I'm going to hand it back to you.
As you go to hand it back to her, she puts her hand out and blocks you from handing it back. And she looks over at Taurus, and he just kind of gives her a nod. And she says, "Next time you come through town, you can pay me."
Okay, I don't know where I'm going to come up with 400 platinum, but okay, I'll see what I can do.
Give me a quick perception check.
All right.
Vincent has now hit college student level.
Dude, I just hit a nat 20,
College
bro.
student loans, man.
You hit a nat 20?
Yeah. So it's 23.
Broke.
Okay.
Leave himself the fucking half first.
You see, when you're looking at her, because she's so tall, when you look up, you can see,
The sun.
yeah, you can see the sun with this woman. But you see what almost looks like a birthmark on her. And you recognize it from when you were in school and studying about the 4 moons. You recognize it as the mark of Gaia, which is the Earth moon.
Huh. So, I don't know. So, out of character, would it be rude for me to point that out?
Maybe?
Where's the
Maybe
birthmark
not.
at?
I think I'm going to keep it to
The
myself.
birthmark's on
but,
her shoulder.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's on the front of her shoulder.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like under like her boobs
No.
because you know I'm like, hey, I can like see everything. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. Where?
I don't know what to do with this.
Okay.
It's a very nice view, just saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna say not to be rude, but I noticed the sign of the Earth Moon on your shoulder.
She kind of glances down at it. She goes, "Yeah, it's the mark of Gaia."
Yeah. So what's that about? If you don't mind me asking.
It's always been there. I was born with it.
Huh. So you're like chosen by Gaia almost.
That's what I would like to think. Which is kind of why I went with Emerald for most of my color scheme.
As I look over at the table.
As you're looking across the table, you see varying colors of greens that go from green to blue, green to orange, green to purple. But green is her primary for everything that she has.
So I just comment and say, "Oh, I get it. So this sword is like full of your personality, basically."
100%.
That's awesome. That's a sign of a good smith.
If there's one thing Torres taught me, if you can't put yourself into your work, don't do it.
So this is between these two swords. It's like I have like master and I guess student. Student. So it would be like y'all would be fighting alongside me.
Never thought of it that way, but yes, essentially.
That's awesome. Well, I owe you guys, so I'll definitely try to come up with the money. Thank you for this. I don't know how I'm gonna come up with that much money, but I'll try.
He's good for 400,000 platinum, bro. He's
I'm
good
sure you'll
for it.
figure it out.
Okay, so I hope you're not in a hurry for it, because that's a lot. But
Let me go talk to my rich uncle.
I better go talk to my rich uncle.
Hey, quick question. What's this era version of hooking? That's all. I'm just curious.
This is just like any other era. It's straight hooking.
He's straight hooking?
Madams.
Side hustle.
So, yeah, I'll become a madam. Hello, dear. I'll be like, well, so I look at her and her master Taurus, and I look at him and I bow like full 90-degree angle, just as hard as I can. Say thank you so much, and then I take off.
And you hear both of them as you take off laughing very loudly.
Oh my gosh.
This kid's gonna come up with two great swords and I'll be like, the actual fuck?
I'll explain, Zane. So I take off running and I get to where they're at, and I have it fitted on my back to my I have like a magnetic piece on my back to where it connects, and it's crossways, but it's like where I can grab them like that. So I have them crossed across my back.
Alright. So as you guys are pulling
Coming up
Free
here
Rock
looking
on
like
the
a
sled
freaking
to
Christmas tree
stop,
farm.
You pull as you're pulling them to a stop. You go to get down off of the back of Three Rock, and you go to get out of the sled, and you see Victor just blowing through the crowd.
With two giant swords.
Severing a couple of heads in the process.
Just.
Knocking a few people over, stopping and
Like, I mean,
helping
he's just
back
like
up,
kind
I'm
of jogging
sorry.
up.
He's just like, don't worry, I'm good for it. I owe 400,000 platinum, whatever that means. I'll pay
Oh,
for it.
God.
Just put it on my bill.
Zane, you seeing this?
And I'm just like, yep.
You
And
just-
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to let his dad know about all of it.
Zane, look, I got something to show you.
I would say leave me out of this, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get dragged into it anyway.
You're here. You're here for this.
Yeah.
You're here for this.
And somehow it's gonna be our fault.
No.
Turok, check
No.
this sword out. Catch. And I throw him the sword.
Oh my God! You're
did you
throwing
really?
a sword.
Yeah.
Ah.
Throw. Throw me a reflex.
Wait, me or him?
Him.
Oh! Nat fucking 20.
Oh man, he snatches it out of the air like a child's toy with zero effort and just kind of spins it upright.
What are you thinking? This is so cool.
Isn't it awesome?
Why?
Which one did you throw him?
I threw him the red one.
The red one?
And then I take the other one and toss it to Zane. Zane, check this out.
No, he didn't.
Here's your option. You want a reflex to catch it, or are you just
I'm just gonna
sidestepping
step
it?
off to the side. I ain't giving it. I'm like, and I just watch this. I can just crash into whatever's behind me.
So,
And I'm like, are you
as
freaking
Zane
serious right
sidesteps
now?
it sinks into the bottom of the fire moon statue in front of the church.
Yeah, it just sticks.
Sink.
Zane, you're supposed to catch it.
What have you done?
And I just kind of look at the sword. I look back at him like, who throws swords like that?
Right?
You should have caught it.
Throw swords,
No.
period. Like, literally no one.
I need all three of you to give me perception checks.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Wait, no, that was a 13. I thought it was a 2. I was like, oh, it's a 2. I mean, a 13.
The 13?
Yeah.
I've got a 10, but damn,
10?
I'm still sitting here looking at the guy that just basically fucked up an entire statue.
Two it up.
I am just staring at Ventus in full-on shock at what he
What'd
just
you roll?
freaking did. I rolled a 7.
I
I just beamed on him like.
So, Ventus, you see the whole crowd staring at you in absolute shock of what you just did to their statue.
Wasn't me. I didn't miss it.
Zane,
Oh no.
you can see the anger in their face of what he just did to
Yeah.
that
And I
statue.
just point at him.
Zane, you should have caught the sword, bro.
I just point at him, and I'm like, all you. Nobody just throws random swords at people.
I do all the time.
Since when?
Since always.
Not even once.
It's kind of like me pulling out my gun and saying, here, catch this bullet real quick.
Well, he
You have done that.
No, I
He-
would not have.
You
he
have
has thrown
always
a sword
done.
in combat. Oh wait, no, that was Lon's. Never mind.
And you know what? He ain't once paid for drugs. Not even once.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
It's like, it's 100% your fault.
He's gonna be the
Rock.
first negative millionaire.
Because of where you're standing, I need you to give me another perception check because you would be the one to see this.
Who, me?
Who, me or him?
No, Turok.
Oh, Turok.
14.
Okay. You see 6 mountain dwarf priests coming out of the church in a straight line. They're not coming fast. They're walking at a very strong, steady pace in a straight line, one behind the other. And the one at the very front of the line does not look happy.
So-
Guys.
As he's walking up, I
Hey,
grab my
we're in
sword
trouble.
and pull
We're
it
in
out of the
big trouble.
statue and put it on my
Oh,
back.
God.
And
You
say,
pulled it out of the
and I just,
Ventus, just sit down in the sled, please.
What
I just-
happened to the
I look
statue
at Zane
when you
and I'm
pulled the
like-
sword out of it.
I look
Y'all-
at Zane. I'm like, bro, don't be a bitch, okay? So then I walk up to Rock and say, give me
And
that.
I'm like
Two of you-
already like
hold on.
reaching for my gun. Like,
The
I'm
two of you don't
just
notice the
reflexively.
dwarves.
Guys,
This is what Turok sees.
we're screwed. Just
Wow.
chill. We got 6 dwarves heading our way, and the guy in front is not happy. They look like they belong to the church, which you just, decided to stab their statue.
And I'm like, and I just, my head just drops. I'm like, ugh.
So,
We got some explaining to do,
They're a
and
few
I
steps
mean
away.
Ventus.
Ventus, you said you wanted to try to grab the sword and pull it out?
Yeah, I already did.
He said he did.
Strength check.
Okay.
God, please let him fail.
Plus
on
three,
Sword in the stone
15.
shit.
15?
Yeah.
All right, you manage to get it loose, and as the tip of the blade clears the bottom of the statue, the dwarves have reached you guys, and the one in the front reaches out and grabs the end of your blade.
Yes, sir.
Just grabs it. Just grabs
He's
it.
just looking at you, and he's holding on to it.
Hi.
Name?
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Your name?
Here we
Oh.
go.
Oh, my name is Ventus Fullrose. Pleasure to meet you.
He looks at you, Zane. Name?
Zane Corvus.
And he looks at you, Turok, and goes, Paladin, your name?
Turok Stoneskin of the Black Falcon Order.
He reaches out with his other hand and grabs further up on your blade and says, "May I hold this for a moment?"
Sure. And I hand it to him.
He turns around and hands it to the dwarf behind him and turns back and faces you and says, "You'll get it back shortly."
Okay.
Turns around, puts his hand on the stone. You hear him chant something, and you see the palm of his hand kind of light up with this strange tealish hue. And when he removes his hand, the break in the bottom of the statue is gone.
Nice.
It says, "Follow."
Hey, look, I got us an audience, fellas. Let's go.
I don't even know what to say at this point.
Just follow. There's nothing to say. Just follow.
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Nobody ever
Twice.
know?
Are you
Nobody ever know?
mumbling
Can I
this?
can I do the first one?
Zane, are you mumbling this?
Yes.
Okay. So
Be
as
careful.
you guys are following, you're walking along the side of the line of dwarves. One of the dwarves in line who's right next to you and says, "You'll have your moment."
Do I see the one that's carrying the sword?
Yes.
I'm gonna hand him. Hey, you might want to take this one too before he does something stupid again.
He looks back, grabs it with both hands, gives you a nod, and keeps walking forward into the church.
Thank
And
you.
I pull off the sword that Zane gave me and my dagger and say, "Here, take these two." And I hand them to him. I might do something stupid.
He turns and looks at the third dwarf in the line, gives him a nod, and he takes those from you.
There you go. Would you like my jacket? I pull my jacket off. And here's my boots. And I hop. pull
Okay,
Stop.
smart
No,
ass.
you're
Hold
not.
on, hold on. He stops. The rest of the line stops, and he turns around. He goes, "Don't press your luck, young one."
What? Y'all taking all my shit? I might as well just give you everything.
And I finally just walk up behind him and smack him in the back of the head. And I'm like, be respectful.
God, knock him
Thank
unconscious for the sake. Just Jesus Christ. Just knock him the fuck out, man.
But he turns back around and he says, "There's someone that you're going to want to speak with, Zane Corvus."
And I'm like, yes, I'm sure.
And they start walking the line in as you guys follow them in.
Real quick, can I ask one of the dwarves to see about making sure nothing happens to Three Rock and our stuff?
Yes, it's the sixth dwarf in line. He
Okay.
gives you a nod and immediately walks over in that direction and puts a hand on Three Rock's neck, grabs the reins, and starts guiding him towards the stalls that you guys were told about.
Thank you.
Content.
As you guys walk inside of the church, the lead dwarf takes the sword that was handed to him and he sets it on a rack. And then they set your other sword and your daggers on a table in front of it. The second dwarf that has the other sword puts your second sword on the rack next to your green one. All of the dwarves that were in the line, with the exception of the one that walked off Three Rock, turn and sit down on the floor in front of your items. The dwarf at the front of the line says, "Zane, if you will go to the door on the far end of the corridor, your family will be waiting for you in there."
Thanks. I need a moment away from certain people. And I look in Dennis's direction.
I look past like.
I have literally done nothing wrong. This time.
Ventus, he looks at you and says, "Young Ventus, if
Turok,
you
you need
would
to
so
straighten
kindly
up.
follow me."
Yes, sir. As I put my boot back on.
Paladin Turok, if you would kindly wait with the rest of the dwarves.
Real quick, out of game.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be picking up a package here? Correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the dwarf about that and see if they got a package for Asher Full Rose.
Okay. He says, "I do. If you will wait with them, one of them
Okay.
will go and retrieve the package for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Come with me, young Ventus."
Sure. Let's go.
All right. So he walks with you to a room on the far side of the corridor. He opens up the door, motions for you to walk in.
Timeout room.
I'll walk in.
Okay. And he walks in and closes the door. He says, "Please have a seat."
Sure. Plop down, cross my legs, my arms.
He sits down opposite you on a pillow on the ground, crosses his legs. He says, "I know this isn't your first time in a church.
No, sir, not at all.
How are you liking our city so far?"
I think everybody's really nice. This place is awesome. Very lively. The food smells great.
Have you had a chance to sample anything yet?
No, I was in a hurry. I actually picked up these two swords from two very interesting smithies in town and was kind of in a hurry. Uh, so I really only had a chance to smell it in passing, but I kind of ran by everybody else and caught up with everybody here at the church where you witnessed the gracefulness of
Catastrophe?
my the graceful catastrophe of my mentor.
Seems to me your
Still
mentor
trying to blame- still
probably
trying to blame
assumed
me.
that he would get hurt if he missed.
No, he wouldn't miss. He's the sanguine sage.
Yeah, he's known for his guns, not his swords.
But he's not a weakling either.
No, he is not. But
I-
I'm not angry.
That's my fault. I'm sorry. I put too much faith in him. I need to step back. That's my bad. You know,
It's okay.
that I'm completely wrong for what I did. Next time I'll just set it down softly so he don't hurt himself.
It's okay. I'm not angry.
Okay.
The people might be a little angry, but they'll get over it.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I didn't do it on purpose.
I know. But I didn't separate you from him to make you feel like you were being reprimanded. I actually wanted to speak to you.
Oh, sure. What's up?
It has been brought to my attention that you have been seen in certain areas of the continent that I know you have not been,
Okay.
which brings me to wonder, what abilities have you developed?
Well, so far it's been fire and ice. But how do you know about my abilities? It's not common knowledge.
No. This temple has been dedicated to the Fire Moon for many, many generations. The stories have been passed down from one to the next. Stories of twins have been passed on through that knowledge as well. I could only assume that someone who of your name everybody knows getting around would make people wonder if you might be one of the twins from the stories.
Twins from the stories. I don't recall ever hearing these stories.
You wouldn't. These are only stories that are passed amongst the temples themselves. Were this common knowledge, everybody would be looking for you and trying to hunt you down.
Huh.
Something so rare would be worth quite a bit. So the temples tend to keep things secret.
So is this like legendary lore or something, or is it more current?
Legendary lore.
Huh.
I know it hasn't been you in the East.
No, clearly not.
Your demeanor, your nonchalantness is not what's been described to me at all.
So what?
So I know it hasn't been you.
So, please tell me if you can. What have you heard? What? I keep hearing about this me, but not me elsewhere.
What we've heard is this other you, as I have not gotten a name, is very aggressive, very angry, very talented, efficient, both in battle and ability. And he's able to do things without runes.
So I thought I was the only person that could do that.
That's why I wanted to know if you had developed any abilities. Are you able to do things without runes?
Yes, sir, I am. As I step back, I do the thing that I was practicing on the sled, and
Okay.
I arc the fire without my blades, obviously, because I don't have them.
Right.
But I arc a fire.
Between your fingers.
Yeah.
Okay. And he kind of leans back, and his eyes get a little bit wider than they were. And he gives you a nod and says, I see.
And I'm gonna try to do something just messing around to see if I can do it. I put my fingers back together and do it with two fingers, and then twist to see if I can make a helix of fire.
Roll that D100.
Okay.
And he's gonna set the church on fire.
After he's already broken their statue.
It's stone. Shut the fuck. Oh wait,
It'll still be burned out.
I'm sorry, that was D20. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's magic
Yeah,
fire.
just roll it 5 more times.
81.
All right. So you manage to get it with both fingers, and you start to get the helix twist. And before you're able to actually complete it, it separates itself. Doesn't spark off anywhere.
It just kind of like fizzles out, like.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, I just learned how to do that, so I'm practicing. I apologize.
That's quite all right. That's quite a feat for someone who's never done that.
I try to do it every chance I get.
May I lay out a personal opinion?
Yes, sir.
I feel that you and your friends may need to find this mirror image of you and determine who they are.
Well, I've been nothing but curious, and in fact, it's at the forefront of things that are important to me. But the only thing that I could think is more important to me than that right now is making sure my friend Lons is safe.
Who is your friend's Lon?
Lons is a bard, and he is a dwarf, and he is one of my newest friends, and he has been traveling with us for the last several months as we have been on this journey since I left hometown.
What does he look like?
He's a dwarf, and he's a barbarian, but he's also like a bard. He's got a very interesting axe, one of a kind, hands down. And he's got blue hair, and he doesn't have a beard.
So, I've seen someone in this town recently that almost fits your description. As you can well see, I am a dwarf, and the man that fits the description, does not fit the description of a dwarf.
So was he enslaved? Well, he's a half dwarf. He's a mole.
Oh, I know exactly who you're speaking of. He's actually at the tavern.
He's here? Not enslaved?
Was he? Was he enslaved?
Well, I thought he was.
He came in with an orc.
No.
Yeah.
He's not work. There's no way he's not working with him, huh?
Well, I mean, they came in together. I would only assume that they
Oh
traveled
my
here
god,
together.
dude, Zane is gonna shit his pants. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is
Take a
Turok gonna say?
take
Oh
a
my god.
breath, young Ventus. Take a breath.
Okay. All right. Don't jump to conclusions. I just need to run to the tavern.
Wait here.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I will send one of my acolytes to retrieve your friend.
Okay.
While you wait, I will make sure that some food is brought in for you.
Thank you.
Hellithwater is the last place that your doppelganger was seen.
Hellith water.
Hellithwater.
Hellith water. Okay. Well, if it truly is my friend that you speak of in the tavern, then I will try to urge my friends to go to Hellith water after this.
That would be wise.
I need to find out the truth.
All right. Well, sit here. Calm yourself. I will send food and drink in for you. Rest. I'm going to go tend to Zane and his family. I will be back shortly.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Over to you, Zane.
Mm-hmm.
So you've reached the door where you were told your family is,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk inside.
I was about to say, I kind of take a deep breath before I walk in and try to make sure I look presentable and everything.
Okay.
And then I open the door.
All right. As you step inside the door, excuse me, you immediately see your sister, and she is airborne, trying to jump on you to give you a hug.
And I catch her as best I can.
Says, "Oh my God, it's really you!"
And I'm like, I'm glad you're all right, sister.
Oh, where have you been?
Well, it's been a bit of a crazy ride.
Well, I can imagine so. The last I heard, you and Ventus were heading to Maygrove.
Well, we were in Maygrove, and then all hell broke loose, and we ended up on a whirlwind tour of the South. It ended up back in Trony Vale.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I know that doesn't hold very fond memories for you.
Not really, but we were able to get through it. And then from there, we were trying to make it to Leary, and because that's where
That's
that's
where
where
the general
Full
is.
Rose was, yeah. And then he told me that you guys were here.
Yeah, we got here about a week ago.
I'm glad that you guys made it out okay. I was really worried about you for all the stories I was hearing. I heard that you had to face off against Nimue.
I did. I barely survived it. I saw her exiting the city, and I knew that she was part of it, and the only thing I could think of is if I could get a hold of her and get her at least caught, you'd be able to finally do whatever you need to do. But she outclassed me.
You know, she's bound to have done something in that time. But anyway, where's Mom?
She's right over there in the corner. As you look over to the corner of the room, you can see your mother stand up, and all she does is kind of put her arms out in your direction.
And of course, I walk over there and I walk into her arms and I embrace her as well.
And she gives you a good, sturdy hug. Says, "My young boy, it is so good to see you well."
Like always, a pleasure, Mother.
And then she slaps you on the chest and says, "Why haven't you written?"
Being chased by orcs, being chased by goblins, being chased by two armies, having to avoid one of them, coming across Fulrose, having to watch Ventus and Turok, having to keep those two from basically destroying everything, including the statue which is in front of this church. I think, yeah.
As you're just spewing this out, she puts her hand on your chest and goes, "Wait a minute. You brought Turok with you?
Had to. We
Where
ended up.
where is that furry beast? I need to see him."
And I'm like, oh, he's right out in the main lobby there.
Okay. Well, I'll see him after we're done talking. He's got such a lovely coat on him. I love giving him a hug.
This
Yeah,
turn
he's
he's
fully armored like a paladin right now, so.
Oh, I'll still take a hug from him. I know he drives you nuts, but he makes me laugh.
Yeah, I've been very tempted to shoot him at least 3 times now.
She
But-
looks at your sidearm. She goes, "You haven't done it yet?"
No, haven't. Well, he wanted me to actually. He said that I should use one of my healing bullets on him, and I said, I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. But
She
yeah.
definitely chuckles when you say that. And she sits back down and says, "Forgive me, I can't really stand for very long these days.
It's
Bones are
understandable.
getting old."
It's perfectly fine, Mom. Just take your time. Do you need anything? Do I need to send for anything?
What I need is for my son to sit down with his sister, and she stares at your sister, who just kind of chuckles and drops her head like, "Okay," and have a meal with your mother.
That sounds great, actually. I'm starving, and I set down the apple that I've been carrying this whole time.
You haven't
She
finished that
picks-
yet?
Well, we hadn't had a chance to, and I was in the middle of other stuff, and then I had a sword thrown at me. So no, not really.
She
I
picks
finished
it
one
up
before all
and
that happened.
he looks over the apple and she's like, "Yes, you need a proper meal." And she drops it in a trash can off to the side and says, "Let's eat and drink, and you can fill me in on your adventures."
What a waste of good food.
Lawns, are you there?
I'm totally.
Yes, now.
Hi. All right. So you spent the night at the Inn Tavern here in Lane. You've been here for most of this day. The orc woke you up from a nap about midday. You guys have probably gone about the city a little bit. You're back at the tavern, sitting there. You and the orc are having a drink and getting some food in your bellies. And as you're sitting there, one of the dwarven acolytes that you'd seen walking around the town when you first got there enters into the tavern. And when he walks up, you recognize the silver robes that he's wearing. And he's walking right up to you. And this immediately has your attention. And when he reaches you, he looks at you and says, "Are you Master Lawns?"
Well, I don't know about Master, but Lon is the name, sure.
I believe your companions are in the church.
My companions.
A rather large bull in armor, a very peppy young man, and a rather grumpy old man with a gun.
Holy shit, they're here?
Yes,
God damn it.
they will be waiting for you at the temple when you're ready.
Well, shit. I have to look at the orc and I'm like, hey, I need to order another drink before I see these guys.
He looks at you and goes, "Is it that bad?"
Bad enough that I need to take care of my headache before it even forms.
Oh, so we're
Goodness.
gonna pregame and go meet your people.
Yeah, something like that. There's no telling what kind of shit they're gonna tell me whenever I see them.
Fair enough.
This is the reason we're
Barkeep.
here.
We need 2 each. And the barkeep walks over, puts 2 mugs in front of both of you, and fills them both up. He slides the bartender a gold piece. Says, "Thank you." He lifts the first one, downs it. Lifts up the second, goes, "Kill that first one. We'll bring these with us."
I kill it so hard. Just
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm actually kind of curious to see what kind of company you keep.
you may or may not like them. They're an acquired taste.
Pretty sure they'd probably say the same about us.
Very true.
All right, well, on to the temple we go. And he goes marching out of the tavern, taking a sip out of his cup on his way out the door.
Or if we're on our third drink, that's probably more or less staggering out the door. But yeah,
Yeah. It's as straight of a wavy line as he can walk.
all on the Yellow Brick Road.
He manages to find the acolyte, and you see him get behind him, and he's kind of wobbling a little bit side to side, and every now and then he looks over his shoulder at you, and kind of tilts his head, takes another sip, and chuckles, and then tries to walk like the dwarf. Every now and then the dwarf stops and turns around, and he just tilts his mug up like he wasn't doing anything. As you guys reach the temple doors, the dwarf opens it up, gestures for you to walk inside.
Walk on the fucking side.
All right. The orc does this really low, long bow, and as you walk through the door, you kind of hear him whisper, "I need help."
What do you need help with?
"I can't stand up."
Holy shit. I graciously help this man up.
You straighten him back out, and he looks at you with a smile and goes, "Thank you. I'd have been stuck like that till the end of this drink." As he tilts the mug back again.
That is so adorable.
Turok, you're sitting next to the entrance with the weapons, waiting on that package to be delivered to you, and you see the 2 of them.
Well,
You see Lons walk in and stop and turn
Well-
around and stand this orc upright.
I was gonna say, the moment I walked in and I sat there, I took a swig of the stone skin wine, and I
Okay.
just put that away, and I just sat and meditated.
Okay.
So
Well, they're not exactly quiet when they
Nope.
come through the door, so you do notice this.
okay.
Who
So I
sees
got-
who
Appreciate your
first?
meditation.
Both of you roll me, let's go with a D6 each. The higher roll is the winner.
2.
5.
All right, Turok, you see Lons first.
Holy
what you got?
crap! Is that my asshole board?
Cowman! This the
Dude,
guy.
Cowman!
This is the guy.
Where have you been? And I just rushed to go hug him.
And you hear the orc just out of the blue, "The Cowman!"
I come to a complete stop. I'm like, wait, what?
The Cowman!
Cowman, man.
I was just about to do that.
He turns and looks at you, Lons, and goes, "That's a minotaur. That's not a cow."
You know what I meant.
By the way,
Oh, Cowman!
back to you in a
Drink
second.
with us.
And I just hugged the shit out of Lance.
I reciprocate said hug.
Oh.
And the orc goes,
Bros.
left out, and leans in to attempt to hug you guys.
While I'm laughing, I want to kind of like laugh and then like upchuck like a little bit of puke on his back. Oh man, it's just kind of like rubbing it, like he doesn't even know it happened. Just like
Okay.
I'll
I'll
old
give you that
times. Yeah.
What's that smell?
Oh man, dude, we've been drinking all day. Might have pissed ourselves a little bit.
I set him back down. I'm like, dude, what happened, dude? I looked back. It was a rock slide. I was surrounded by 15 orcs.
You have no idea. The literal shit I've been through. You have no idea. I have to wait till I see the other guys before I can tell you the whole story, though. I don't want to repeat myself.
Okay, well, they're kind of busy dealing with the other dwarves somewhere else right now. Because, well, Ventus being Ventus kind of upset them a little bit.
Ah.
So
That is
we're
really still
stuck.
being a nuisance, I see.
Yeah, we're stuck waiting for them to get done with that before anything.
Oh, well, I guess it's time to drink. And I just hand them the other half of my drink and let them take a sip of that.
I push it back to him, and I just reach for my wine again.
Can I roll a strength check so he drinks my drink?
Yeah. At the same time, the orc sees you reaching for your drink, and he looks at you, Lons, and says, "You didn't tell me he comes with booze."
You don't want this, Brad.
He does.
You don't want this.
Right.
You don't want none of this.
And he puts his mug out.
Oh boy.
Alright. Pour him about half a mug.
Pulls it to his nose and takes a big whiff. And his eyes go really big. And he looks at it and he goes, "Is this what I think it is?"
Better
My
be.
family's wine, stone skin wine, straight from Indar.
Oh, God.
You have to drink this with me at the same time. You know that, right?
A little bit ahead of you.
He lifts it up, kind of like a proud father. He goes, "You have no idea how honored I am
Simba.
to drink stone skin wine with a stone skin."
I would say it's a rarity, but we did a
All right.
lot of that back in Mudan.
My dude.
My
He
dude.
readjusts the mug in his hand. And he looks at Lons. Looks at you. He goes, "Are we doing this?"
Oh, we're
Why
doing
not?
it.
I mean, what more trouble can I get in already?
Shed only one single tear in this moment. One.
And the
Single-tear
orc
shit.
is bawling like a baby, raises his glass and goes, "To the stone skin wine."
What,
what
no
he
bardic
said.
inspiration?
He'll sit back. And he goes all the way back over out cold.
Is he dead? Nice.
Yeah.
He's sleeping.
Told him he couldn't handle it.
So Zane and Ventus, this has been about an hour of you guys being in these rooms. After you watch the orc fall over, one of the acolytes walks up to you and hands you a package. Says, "This is the package for General Fulrose,"
Thank you.
and walks away. The acolyte that was talking to you, Ventus, in the room, opens up the door and tells you your companion is in the lobby with your other companion.
Awesome. Thank you so much. As I put my hand on his back and walk with him up front, be like, "Let's go. Let's go see my friends." And me and this acolyte guy are standing next to each other. Be like, "You coming?"
He kind of looks at you a little confused about your excitement of him going with you, but
Come on,
shrugs
buddy.
and starts walking out the door with you.
I have to introduce you, man.
Zane, one of the
Mhm.
acolytes, opens up the door and says, "Forgive my interruption, but Zane, your companion is here."
Companion.
The blue-haired one.
And because I've missed that whole side of the conversation,
On purpose.
and so I'm like, wait a minute, he's here?
Were you not made aware that he was in the city?
Absolutely not.
Oh, well then it is my pleasure to announce to you that your companion is here indeed.
Apparently. I'm like, well, thank you. I appreciate you bringing me the info. And then I'm like, looking back to my mother and my sister, and I'm like, if you guys can excuse me for a moment, I have to go and make sure that they're not going to burn the church down.
You would think
Your
I would
sister
allow
goes.
that?
Your mom kind of gives you a concerned look, and your sister just smiles, and she goes, "They're outside, aren't they?"
Okay, let me put it this way. It's Turok. It's Ventus. And this other one's basically the third stooge of the bunch.
She stands up from her chair, and her mother goes to immediately protest, and she says, "Mother, I have to see this with my own eyes. Zane, can I please meet your team?"
And I'm like, by all means.
And she rushes to the door ahead of you.
And me and the acolyte continue walking. Like, come on, buddy, let's go.
You're all jolly walking, and the acolyte is the most serious person you've ever met in your life. As he walks, he's trying. You can tell that he is attempting to maintain his composure.
But he's like confused. He's like
inside, he wants to laugh so bad.
He's like, I'm an acolyte. I am in this church. I'm a member of the church. I must remain pious.
Turok, you guys are still drinking. The acolytes that were sitting with you, Turok, are looking upwards, trying not to pay attention to the two of you. But you guys do see Ventus and Zane coming out of the rooms and into the main foyer.
Hey guys, look who's here!
Lons, bro! What's up, man? Dude!
It's that guy!
It's that
And
guy!
I'm looking for my orc friend. I'm like, hey, this is the guy. Oh yeah, he's dead somewhere, I think.
I have a lot of questions.
No, he kicked a little bit. He's still conscious.
I have a lot of questions. But I want y'all to meet my new friend, the acolyte guy.
Yeah,
I never caught his
I
name.
feel like I've seen this one before.
And he stops.
See this guy?
He just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Well, we're not friends.
Come on,
I'm
buddy.
sorry. I should go."
Wait,
And
you didn't
turns
chew
around
him out?
and marches off.
No.
Wait,
No.
you didn't give him a stern
In fact, we're good. He said it was all fine, so we're good.
Oh, but if it was me,
Hey,
I'd get
I just wanted to
down
say
and drink some help.
thank you guys for being so kind and so generous. I appreciate all of your kindness you showed us while we were here. And I put my hands together and I bow with the utmost respect. Thank you so much.
All the other acolytes give a bow to all of you. They bow down and just kind of turn left to right to indicate that they're bowing to all of you. They stand up and they all head to another room to leave you guys together.
I do a drunken curtsy.
And like before all of them leave, I kind of like grab one up by the shirt. I'm like, please don't leave me alone here with them. Please don't.
As you do that, he looks at you and says, "Good luck."
I look,
Gods, ye gods.
I look at Turok and I say, "What's wrong, Bubba? What's wrong?"
I'm looking at both. They're like, hey, why is the old guy shaking that gnome? What's up with that? Did I miss something?
No, that's
Are
normal. That's
Are they
normal.
lovers?
That's normal.
Yeah.
He shakes gnomes every time we go anywhere.
It's
Wow.
old man issues.
He's on the back of the milk cartons for a reason.
we look at the back.
Really?
We look at the back, and Zane's got him like.
That's the route we're going with this shit. Okay.
No, I look at Turok and I say, "What? You thought I was gonna be in trouble? I didn't do anything wrong."
Yes. Really?
No.
You threw a sword and damaged the statue.
Do I look like I'm in trouble?
Apparently not.
Can you prove it? There's nothing on the statue.
I will go get the dwarf to fix it.
There's nothing wrong. No, dude. I see you're drinking, bro. Don't tell me you
Yeah,
have
I'm
some in
I'm
orange
just over
wine.
on the side.
I'm
grinning
drinking because I am
I know
stressed.
something.
I can smell it, bro. I smell liquor. What is going on?
You should probably smell a lot of that.
I only had one cig and then
Matter of
Lawrence
fact,
and that orc
Ventus,
showed up and
Zane,
then we
both
could
of you go ahead and give me a perception
Okay.
to see how strong the smell of booze is.
17.
Alright,
23.
23. Ventus, you definitely smell alcohol predominantly coming from the orc and lawns. Zane,
Yes, you do.
you can... It's so pungent from the orc, it kind of turns your stomach, and you're not surprised by how much of it you can smell on lawns at the moment.
You guys pregame before you got here.
What is that?
We did a lot more than that.
What is that? What is that smell?
Oh, by the way, I lived in my own feces for about 4 days.
And you haven't bathed?
Oh, no, not yet. I didn't think I was going to have company. I thought I had another day or two before I ran into you guys.
And y'all complained about me smelling.
No.
Hey, I was hanging out with an orc. He smelled like 3 times worse than me. I just figured I'd be kind of like incognito. You know, but now that he's like not here, now I'm the only thing you can smell, so.
He's here. He's just not like here.
He's drunk napping
Yeah.
next to you.
Napping.
So I walk over and pick up all my swords and re-equip myself with all of my weapons and my jacket.
I just kind of shake my head.
I didn't know it was that kind of party. I would have been naked too.
There's no need for that now.
Oh, come on, Zane, lighten up a little bit. Hey, you got any of that stuff left? Any of that good stuff? Cow guy, what's your name? Turok? Turok.
Oh my god. Don't let that be a thing.
I wrote a song about it, dude. I'm having to let you listen to it later.
Lons, have you met
my
Three
God.
Rock? You met Three Rock, haven't you, Lons?
What's a 3 rock?
That's Turok's best friend. Other than me.
Wait, you got
Oh, he's talking about the
man-made
lizard.
friends?
No, he's talking about the lizard that we were riding.
Crazy, huh?
You're talking about the one that you completely hauled ass on and left
Yeah.
me behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that little guy quite well.
Ooh.
We'll have this discussion later.
Ooh.
Do I notice Zane's sister by any chance?
Yes.
Ooh,
She
how
is
hot
just-
is she? Hold up. Can I roll on a scale of hotness? Can I roll that?
Sure.
Don't
Because on a
forget-
scale of 1 to 10, no matter what you roll, as drunk as you are, she's going to be a 10.
All right. So for the sake of the game, we're gonna roll. Was it D10 or a D20? What are we rolling?
Let's do a d20.
All right, we're rolling a D20. On a scale of 1 to 20, she is a 9 hot.
That's like a 4.5 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Beer goggles.
She is a beer goggle 9.
She's a 10, but she's Zane Corva's sister.
Oh, hey.
Bro.
God, you missed me so hard.
Yes, we did.
Bro.
I missed you, but my aim's gonna be improving from here on out. I'll tell you that right now.
That's the spirit, champ.
So yeah, you're
So
You're
that's going to be on
drunk
its
enough that-
t-shirt, right?
right.
She's a 10, but she's Ann Corvus'
You have
sister.
merch to make now.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh god.
But, so you see this woman, and she is just stunning to you, and she's standing there in her armor. She's got her, as far as you're concerned, her hair is done, her makeup is on. She is A1 beautiful.
Like A1, like barbecue sauce A1? Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna try to like lean on Turok, just kind of like checking her out as I'm slowly like slooping down on Turok's like body, just kind of like try to hold myself up. I'm like, oh, hey, who's that?
Way
Who's
out
that
of your
right there?
league.
I'm like, dude, I didn't ask if she was out of my league. I asked who that was. That's all. That's it, man. Look, I'm here. She's there. I ain't doing nothing weird. Don't be weird, man. Look, I'm not being weird. You don't be weird. But seriously, who is that?
That's Zane's sister.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. You know, the guy who's currently thinking about shooting you with all 8 rounds in the face right now.
Oh man.
As I'm like sitting there, like just going, like spinning the chamber on my gun, just click, 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 click.
Oh, there's something super important that I need to tell you guys. So I found out that the guy that is, I don't know if you know about this, Lons, but you might. I know there's been talks about it, but anyways, so there is apparently been sightings of me in a town called, out of character, it's
Hollithlaughter.
Hollithlaughter. Okay. Alright, it's in a town called Hollithlaughter, and apparently I've been sighted there, but it's not me. And I kind of want to jump on that rumor. So if we don't have much else we need to be up to,
We still need to go to Halia first.
well, where's Halia in comparison to Hollithlaughter?
Oh God, Halia. Yes, Halia. Zane. I met someone. Halia. God damn it. This Nimrod, Nimwhack. She says she knows you, right? She said to go to Halia in 5 days.
Oh, damn it.
This is very, very important. I was told to give you this message, and I might be butchering it, but that's the message: is to go there to that place.
Zane?
God, bro. Oh
I
my
just-
God.
Why are you speechless right now? Are you okay?
Somebody clip that, bro. God.
Oh my god.
as I pull out my notebook and I'm like, Lons Lebec, worst messenger ever. Put it back in my coat.
She also said to say she was sorry about something, but I already forgot what that was.
Well, at least you're honest.
And then I'm gonna do this license really pleasant bow to welcome.
You're welcome.
This man's already like fuming at the fucking ears. I'm just like,
Oh my god.
hey man, hey. By the way,
Choose your next words carefully. I was happy to see you until about 10 seconds ago.
oh come on, you're still happy to see me.
So if we need to go to Halia, hopefully the guy we're looking for also doesn't move too far from Hollithlaughter. So we know if we need to go to Halia first, then we'll just have to look elsewhere for my lookalike.
As you mentioned Halia, the orc suddenly sits up and goes, I can get you there.
Of
You
course
can. You can. He's the one that got me here.
And he
And
looks
a
at
book
Zane,
stole.
and Zane, you see him looking at you, and he has this oh shit look on his face.
Does he
Zane,
want to fist, guys?
Zane, do you know this guy?
I mean, as long as he's like not one of fist guys, I'm okay.
Oh, look at me.
He leans
We
over
still a
to
boat
Lons.
together.
He leans over to Lons and goes, is that St. Corvus?
Yes. Yes, it is. I thought I told you I knew that guy.
That's not inconspicuous at all, man.
It's really not.
He doesn't like orcs.
He
Yep.
may have failed to mention that to me. I don't think he has a face tattoo that says "I hate orcs." So last time I
Let him
checked,
shoot me.
You'll be fine. You're okay. You ain't gonna get shot unless you mess up. Then you're definitely gonna get shot. But just don't mess up, and you're good.
He looks at you and goes, I'm drunk. I'm gonna fuck up.
Well,
Let's get your guy in check, please.
I don't know what to tell you.
he's his own work.
just-
Okay, he is his own work.
Just be
He can
careful.
check himself.
Just be careful. That's all I gotta say, bro. You'll be fine if you just don't fuck up.
He leans back to you again, Lons. He goes, you could just take my boat.
See, that's a good step in the right direction.
Wait, he has a boat?
Yeah, this guy. He has a boat mainly because of me. Long story.
So we can use that to get to Halia then.
See, Zane.
Use the boat. I never once said that I could pilot this thing, but we can definitely use it.
I
Zane,
think we got this.
Orcintosh isn't that bad. See?
What's it? You giving him names now?
Orcintosh.
No.
Can't just give orcs names, dog. That's
No,
not how that works.
he's not a dog, he's an orc. And why not?
You know what I meant?
Oh,
I know,
yeah, my bad.
I think he knows his own name. Why the
What?
hell are you trying to give him?
Now, in this moment is when actually lean on Corvus will be like, "Is this the kind of crap you've been putting up with while I've been gone, dude? Is this?"
I've
have
been
no
putting
idea.
up with this
You seem
my
hella stressed
entire
right now.
life.
You have no idea.
I'm just saying.
You seem hella
I'm just
stressed right
saying,
now.
nobody introduced him. He's shit-faced. I called him Orcintosh, so we'll just get that out. Everybody knows that my naming conventions are the best anyway, so we just need to go ahead and
Okay.
focus on the goal.
Like your
we need to go
father's
ahead and
map
start
drawing
hit.
ability, okay? Like that's
Well,
what we're
first
gonna
of
go
all,
with that.
this man's name is Thumper. Thumper, everyone Thumper.
Thumper. Okay,
Pleasure to meet
that's
you.
better. Well,
He
I
lifts
was
his
gonna
hand
call
and
him.
kind of gives a mild wave.
Do you need another drink?
Are you sure you don't like Orcameyer?
Are you serious right now?
Okay.
He's still eyes locked on you, Zane. Like every time he leans to talk to somebody, he does not look away from you.
Okay.
He's
All right.
You should order
terrified of you.
like orc babies or something, dude. This guy is like staring you down.
Okay, Thumper. Let's get you cleaned up, buddy. You too, Lons. You need a shower, and then we need to go. We need to make it to Halia.
We took a bath. Oh wait, we should probably.
You
clean up
need
after that,
another
huh?
one.
He looks at you, Lonzo, when he says that.
Please bathe.
Zang, I see your sister's here. Does that mean your mother's here as well?
Yep. And she said she'd actually like to see you.
Oh. Alright, well, I'm gonna go head that way before we do anything. Go say hi. I will catch up with y'all in a bit.
Okay, I am currently moving on to the third shoulder and asking Ventus really quietly, "Hey, is his mom hot too? I really need to know." Like just from
Am I hearing
me to
this?
you. I really hope
He's
not.
leaning on your shoulder and telling
I'm
you.
leaning on his shoulder.
No,
and
Oh,
he's
on
bringing me
Ventus.
here.
On Ventus.
Yes.
Give me a
Busy.
d20 because he is drunk. Give me a d20. I want to see if you hear him attempting to whisper this.
Big money, big money,
Okay.
big money.
Oh, what am I rolling? Just a straight
Not you,
D20?
Zane.
Oh.
He is.
16 with my perception.
Yeah, you hear him.
God damn it.
I'm gonna say, I don't know.
The insurmountable amount of fucks I do not give to ever hear that again.
Zane thinks his mom is pretty because he fell from that tree, I think. But I don't know how to judge her. I've never really had any thoughts like that about her. So I don't know.
I mean, to him, she's auntie. I mean, that's just the way that rolls.
Yeah, it don't fit. It don't work. I don't see it. But you might. Your type, man. You know, you might.
It's called an opinion for a reason. It doesn't matter whether or not you do or do not think she's hot.
God,
Thumper, without realizing
Hey,
who
buddy,
he's leaning
buddy.
towards, leans in towards Zane and goes, "Maybe they should just tell Zane that he's pretty too."
And I just look, I just
don't
look
know.
over at the orc, and I'm like, how drunk?
Thumper,
are you?
that is brilliant, Zane, dude. You are so pretty, bro.
You're pretty.
I'm,
That conversation.
I'm like drawing back the hammer on my gun. I'm like, the next person that fucking insults me, I swear to
He
Christ.
hears the hammer and he goes, "I'll leave."
I hear this
It's
just
yours,
like-
Lon.
Insult. Not a single insult has been fired. It's all been positive
Do I
reinforcement,
hear
sir.
All
Do
we
I
said
hear
was
Zane
you're
in
attractive. Your sister is attractive. Your
Hey,
mom.
Zane, you're pretty.
You have good genes.
I'm shooting people now.
We're gonna cut to
I'm
the
like-
Turok real
I'm-
quick. Walking into the chamber where your mom is at. Zane's mother sees you walk in, says, "Turok, it's so good to see you again."
Nice to see you too. I go to give her a gentle hug.
And she gives you a hug in return. She goes, "I know you haven't been behaving yourself to the fullest, but you have been behaving, correct?"
Well, not really behaving, but I've been myself. Yes.
Okay. I see that you've officially become a paladin.
Yes,
That's a lot of responsibility.
it is. Apparently Bruta's been trying to get with me about doing it for a long time, and we caught up in Madoon, and well, she did it in a way I didn't think. But she had me place a bet against Zane when he was arm wrestling my brother.
You have a brother?
Yes, I have a brother. I found that out when we were in Madoon when we got there.
Oh, him I must meet.
Picture me, but pretty much looks the same.
Okay.
And has both his
Well.
horns.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, of course, has both of his horns, unlike me. But yeah,
Okay.
he actually
Well.
taught me a lot about our people and whatnot and everything else, and we managed to catch up, drink, whatever.
Good. I'm glad you got to find out about your people.
A little bit, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to say congratulations on your promotion.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure that Zane will go a little bit lighter on you.
No,
Not much, but a little.
I doubt it.
I was trying to give him a benefit of a doubt.
I won't.
I am his mother, after all. But thank you for coming to see me, Turok.
Of course, I had to.
You go ahead and take care of my Zane.
I'm gonna try if he doesn't kill me first.
Do not let his sister talk him into bringing her with you guys. Do not let her convince him.
I'm gonna give it my
2 words.
100%.
2 words.
Am I gonna have to end up
Yes,
fighting her?
ma'am. She's looking for yes and ma'am.
Fine, yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your assurance.
Yep,
Now you get along. I need
of
my sleep.
course. Be safe and thank you again. Did I make my way out?
All right. So as Turok comes back in, you guys have all had a chance to catch up. You've gone over a little bit of the information that Lons has provided you, and the orc had informed Lons that the boat is free to you guys to use. Do what you need to do. Lons, you know that the boat is out in the port. You know that all you have to do is exit the city, and you can go immediately west from the front gate to get to the boat to get across the river. Wait for Ryan to get his ears on. There we go.
Sorry about that.
All right, so some of the information that Lonzo provided you guys was that Nimue was wanting to meet with you guys, that it was important that she speak with you, to meet with her in Halia. Are you guys going straight to the boat?
Did he give us a time frame? Did Lons tell us there was a time frame or not?
Within 5 days.
Oh.
It's already been
How
a
long has
couple
it been
since then.
since?
You can't see it, but I'm holding up 5 fingers.
Okay.
Well, it took me about 3 days to get here, so I think we have about 2 days left.
We need to go now.
Yeah. We need to
Agreed.
head there now.
The imposters just
Are we
gonna have
what
to wait.
Are we wanting to take through rock there, or? Well, no,
Can
we
you fit on the boat?
because it took them 3 days to get here.
Can you fit on the boat?
No. Turok's not. No. Through rock. No. We got somebody that's gonna wait for us by the river to take through rock back.
Yep.
All right.
Dwight.
So you guys are gonna go straight to the boat then?
Yes, sir.
Sounds
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it.
we need to leave a message with somebody there about for Dwight so
Oh.
he knows where to meet us.
Ooh!
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me about that. I got the package, by the way. For Asher,
Oh, good.
I did grab that. One of the acolytes came and brought it to me.
All right. We'll have to send that back with Dwight.
Yes.
All right. Well, as you guys are heading towards the main gate of the city, the gate doors are already being opened up to let somebody in. Now, you guys have been here a majority of the day. Excuse me. And as you see the gates open up, you see Dwight come walking in. And it looks like he's in pretty good spirits. He looks over and sees you guys and kind of waves at you and does a quick jog to catch up to where you guys are at. Says, well, the good news is we don't have to worry about an army going to Steiden.
That's great news.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What happened there?
They actually managed to fight them off. When I was getting in position where I could actually watch Steiden from a distance, they were running the last handful of the enemy away from the gate.
Good.
Well, that's fantastic.
Awesome.
So,
I feel like it's been a while since we've had good news.
Right?
What you mean? I'm right here. I'm alive and well, baby.
I
as
said
you
good.
say that,
I said
he
good
looks
news,
over
not
and goes,
great
"You
news.
must be Lons." I'm Dwight.
Hi, Dwight.
Lons, I said
Uh,
good news, not great news, brother.
Oh
Mhm.
gosh.
I'm gonna roll perception real quick to see if I spot Zane's sister.
Okay.
Hmm.
She didn't say anything about that yet. That's a 13.
You kind of see her kind of duck off into the crowd as you look up.
Zane, I think your sister's trying to come with us, and I have explicit orders from your mom not to let her.
I'm like, don't worry. I'll handle her when the time comes.
No, your mom wants her here, not to leave here. She-
No, I understand, and I'm telling you that I've got it.
Okay? Because she just ducked off back there a little bit into the crowd. Shh.
So
I've
where you
noticed that
saw
she's
her-
following us.
So where you guys noticed her duck off at the crowd is this little, kind of like almost looks like a gift shop. It's a little odds and ends stuff like pottery and necklaces and rings and stuff like that. And she kind of stands out amongst the people standing at this particular stall, mostly because of her armor. But she thinks she's being slick.
And I'm like, matter of fact, how about you guys go on ahead? I'll be right with you.
I'm gonna go with you.
Keep
Nice.
on
Okay.
staggering forward.
Before you go walking with him, Dwight says, Turok, did you guys get the package?
Oh, yes, right here. And I hand it to him.
Okay. How are you guys going to be getting to Halia?
Our orc
We have a
friend
boat.
over here has a boat.
Oh, you have a boat. Awesome.
Yes.
So I just need to meet you at the river when you guys are coming back then.
Well, we're about
Sure.
to head straight to the river.
Right.
if you
but
wanna-
I gotta get 2 rock
3
or
rock,
3 rock.
Correct? Yeah.
4 o'clock rock. What? No.
Three
Well, I
rock.
tell you what, I'll put this in the sled. I'll make sure that 3 rock gets plenty of sleep and gets fed, and I'll move him out to the river first thing in the morning, and we'll wait for you guys there for your return.
That sounds like a plan.
All right, so the two of you approach. She's got her back to you. She's pretending to look through some of the wares at this stall.
And I just kind of fold my arms behind me, and I walk up beside her, and I'm like, anything catching your face?
And I'm
She-
gonna walk out to the other side.
She kind of freezes in place and looks over at you, and then turns and looks to the left and sees Turok. Well, this necklace is pretty.
Uh-huh.
I really want to go with you guys.
As much as I would love that, your mom told me to, at any cost, not let you.
Zane,
No, Zane, she told me Explicitly.
And I just kind of hold my
Not
hand
to
up.
let
I
her
just kinda
convince
hold,
you.
I hold my to Turok, and I'm like, Janira, I have actually got something I need you.
So I can't go with you, but I do have a mission.
You do have a mission.
What do I get to do?
Get a site.
Say that again. You cut out.
Yeah.
To the beta site.
The beta site.
The.
Oh?
You want me to wait for you guys to get there?
We need you. I need you to start getting everything prepped because there's no telling, but I think we might be needing.
You just cut out majorly.
Yeah, you cut out again.
Oh,
Your signal
sorry.
might have dropped. It's okay. You think you might need is where it stops.
Oh, I think you might need to get start getting everything prepped and ready because we might be needing that.
I'm on it. When do you want me to leave?
Just whenever you can. Whenever
Okay.
whenever mother is comfortable with you leaving.
I think if she knows if I'm not going with you, she'll be fine. So I will let her know that you've asked me to go take care of this errand.
Right.
Thank you.
Geneva,
Excited.
one more thing.
Yes.
I heard you fought Nimue.
Yes.
Did you spot any weaknesses to her that we can exploit? Anything to give us an advantage on her? Just in case she tries something on us?
I barely got away. But I'm not on Zane's level. I'm not on your level.
Alright.
Fighting with her was like her playing with
Pretty
playing with
broad.
me like I was using a child's toy.
Crap. Alright.
Janira
All
knows
I
how
would
to
say-
use our tech, but
Yeah. Not to the extent that Zane does.
I just don't know how this meeting is gonna go, if it's gonna go south or not, if we need to,
All I'm
fight
gonna
our way out.
say is keep your guard up. Don't let it down.
Trust me, mine will not
And
go
in all
down.
fairness, I charged her.
Alright then. I can see that.
I was
when
trying to
you
help my
start the fight.
I mean, to be honest, I would have done the same to my brother. Would charge in trying to help him.
You guys get to Halia. Be safe. Zane, I will go there. I will let Mother know that I will be heading out tomorrow.
All right, be careful.
She picks up the necklace and she tosses a silver piece to the merchant and says, "I'll take this." And puts it on and walks away.
And before she walks away, I give her a hug.
And she leans into the hug. It's like, "Please be safe, brother."
Always keep mother safe for me.
I will. And so will the acolytes.
I wanted to catch Dwight before he walked off, by the way. I just wanted to let
Okay.
y'all finish that.
Yeah.
I want to pull Dwight off to the side and say, so I need you to do me a favor.
What do you need?
Okay, so since we're going to Halia and you're going to be here waiting on us, I know you tend to have a fairly favorable ability of recon, right?
Yes.
Can you see if you can keep your ears to the ground on you're probably going to hear about me not in Halia, me elsewhere, like
Okay.
another me. What I've heard is a serious, very almost like cynical version of me. It's me that doesn't seem like me, if that
Okay.
makes sense, like a twin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, there's been sightings, and I need to take a detour right now because this is more important at the moment. But I believe it's Hollis Lauder is where he has been seen last. So I just
Okay.
wanted to point this out. Can you kind of track his movements while we're gone?
I sure can. I've actually got a working network here that I can get some ears moving around.
Just that's all I need, and that is really all I could ever ask.
Okay. Yeah. If I get anything back, I'll make sure to have it with me when you guys return.
All right, Dwight, and please be careful. I hear he's quite a force to be reckoned with, so just make sure you're not found out.
The
Haven't been
emo.
found out yet, but I will do my best to stay unknown and unseen.
Okay. All right, buddy. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go prepare to go. So I'll catch you later. And I fist bump Dwight.
And he fist bumps you back.
That was so wholesome. God, I miss so much.
All right, so you guys are heading out the city gates now, and you head towards the west. Takes you a couple hours to reach where the boat was left at. You guys get in the boat. Typical, just a basic rowboat, nothing fancy. Who's gonna jump on the oars?
I guess I'll do it.
Me as
You and
well.
Ventus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So one of you,
Oh, God.
you guys sit side by side, and you each grab an oar, and you get going.
Callback. Do you remember? Do you remember the raft?
Yeah.
Okay. Just point that out.
This is about to get bad.
We'll make it in time if me and Turok take the oars. Okay. So we're rolling a 20, right?
All right.
You two
Yeah.
get out of hand, I swear to God.
Is it a strength check?
Strength checks.
Okay. I rolled a 14.
15.
All right, you guys are off to a good start on your rows. Roll them again.
All right.
Bonds, Zane, give me perception checks while they're rowing.
19.
18.
All right. Again.
Got a 3.
All right, you don't notice anything.
21
I'm
for me.
passed off from my hangover.
22.
22.
7.
7. Okay, the boat kind of veers to one side heavily during that particular moment.
Sorry,
Uh,
caught a slight
Zane,
cramp.
just before that happens, you see a spot in this river, and it kind of gives you a flashback of the last time you went fishing. It looks like the perfect spot to go fishing for salmon.
Mm,
Strength
have
checks
to
again.
keep that in mind for next time.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. Nat 20. So 23.
18.
All right, you guys straighten the boat out, and you're well over halfway across the river at this point.
Oh, God.
Keep 'em going.
Taking a power nap in someone's actual lap.
Oof.
Oh. That one is 13.
8.
Boat jerks a little bit hard to Turok's side again. Go ahead and roll.
Oh my god.
You did not.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and a nat 1.
Mhm.
Everybody give me a reflex save.
Oh, fuck.
Even the drunk guy.
Oh shit.
First one of the night. Yay!
Nat 20. Okay.
Dirty.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I need to check modifier, I guess. I probably hit it.
What's on reflex?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
So that'd be 21 for me. Oh, wait, no. A save, not... Yeah, it's still 21.
Yeah.
Got a 14.
All right. All of you managed to grab the boat and keep it from completely flipping over.
That was all me.
Turok, on the other hand, falls out of the boat with the oar.
I'd like to reach out and grab the oar to pull him back into the boat, so we don't
Alright.
waste no time.
Give me a strength check.
All right. Come on, please nail it,
Turok,
please.
I need you to give me a dex check.
18.
Oh, really? Really? Now you want to show up? Nat 20.
Good thing. So you grab a hold of the oar and you manage to keep hold of it, and he pulls you back into the boat by the oar.
Great. Now the boat's gonna smell like
Jesus
wet cow.
Christ.
Hey, at least you
I mean,
bathed.
Just be
Move
grateful
off,
you ain't
bitch.
got a row.
wet, soapy cow.
Alright. Alright, let's hit it
Great.
again.
Yep.
I don't even know what the hell happened there, but okay.
22.
All right.
You should be glad that you did that because you're wearing full armor.
Right. 11.
All right. So at this point, let me pull this up for you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. So what you guys have been doing on this map, zooming in the wrong one, is when you got back into the river, instead of just going across and cutting through here, you guys have been going this way. So you're right about here. Steiden is now behind you, and you can see Hollia up the river. Okay. So like I said, you guys are right about here. You've gotten around this bend. So go ahead and give me 2 more strength checks.
Alright.
This is going to cover the next hour of your journey.
16.
18.
Okay. All right. And 1 more time.
8.
21.
There's a hard jerk to Ventus's side, but you guys managed to straighten her back out. You're now on the backside of Hollia.
Alright, what do we see?
And you're just gonna kind of pull it up on the beach. Lons, you point out the area of the beach where you guys originally got into the water at. And this was the back entrance into Hollia where you and the orc thumper got out from.
Rolled a 15 for perception.
Okay. So with your perception, what you see is as you guys are passing Hollia, you do see a rather large army at the front gates, but they're not attacking yet. They're just kind of standing outside. And you can see some of the soldiers from Hollia that are standing at the gate as well. There's some on the outside, and you can see through the checkered gates, and you can see a heavy army on the inside of the gates. It looks like they're talking. Doesn't look like it's gotten heated yet.
Huh. So is there a like a wall around the city?
Yes. So Lons, where you guys came out from the city, there's several sections of wall that had areas where you could slip into the city from or slip out of the city from. You see the one where you had gone down an alley and slipped out from as you guys were approaching these walls. And you remember where Nimue told you to bring them.
Don't actually recall.
So there was a building
Somewhere with neutral
Almost.
ground.
Yeah. I believe there was a tavern there that she told you could go to, or you could bring them. There was a specific building that you could bring them to as well that was high traffic area. It was a market area.
I guess I shouldn't have drank so much.
Matter of
Think
fact,
I'll remember
Lons,
that much.
I need all 4 of you to give me a quick perception check.
21.
8.
Tura? You see a butterfly.
I got a dirty 20.
But it looks
Dirty
like
20.
lawns kinda, and it's like
It's just real pretty. So, Lons and Ventus, both of you notice, you see the crowds moving around, but you both see several goblins standing outside of this stall in a marketplace, and they're kind of glancing around like they're looking for someone.
can I listen in to see if they're saying any names, or maybe I could find a vantage point where I could see a little bit clearer?
Well, you don't really see them moving their mouths. They're just looking around. Longe, you kind of recognize what they're wearing as some of the goblins that worked for Nimue.
Definitely recognize these guys. Whenever I was held captive, these were the guys who were keeping guard on me. I think these are Nimwe's people.
Upon further inspection, you do recognize one of them as the one who gave you the really shitty poem.
Oh, that's my boy.
So, how tall is the wall? Is there anywhere to, like, do they have any like station on the wall anywhere, or?
So the walls around Halia are roughly 15 to 20 feet high. There's a very narrow catwalk at the very top of them, and the broken section of the wall that you guys went through, you kind of had to duck into it because it's not a big gap. And it's off of an alley, so it's not something they've...
And we tried
really
to fit a
been paying
Minotaur
attention
through.
to.
Okay, so we're in Halia now, like.
You're inside the walls.
Okay. Just checking.
Lon's just informed you that he recognized the goblins.
Got you. So, like, can you talk to him, buddy?
Goblins?
Yeah, I mean, you said you know him, huh?
I only know one. And he thinks he's a bard now.
I don't want to imagine a singing goblin.
I do.
Kind of looking, I'm like, what about Thumper? What is he doing?
He's still passed out back where we left him.
That's fine.
Thumper ran off. Remember, he said, "You can use the boat. I'm out."
Yeah, he's still elsewhere.
After I gave him the wine.
Zane scared him.
It'd be like that.
He's like, I'm out, bro. I'm peace.
Zane's not that scary.
You got xenophobia.
He is to someone who has a reputation for killing orcs.
Oh, would hate to see what he would do in front of Asher.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, so Lons, do you approach either of those goblins?
Yes, I definitely want to approach my homie.
Alright. As you start walking up to him, he looks at you and goes, "It's you!
It's me.
Have you written any new poems?"
I haven't, but I promise you, by the end of the day, I'll have you something.
I tried to write another one, but still, the roses one is the only one I could make.
That's fine.
not a
Just
very
work
good
with
bard.
that. Just work with that.
So I am still a bard.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, Mrs. Nimue is in the back of the market. You can find her next to a staff stall.
Okay.
Stall.
Staff stall. A
Kind
stall
of
that
peeks
sells
around.
staves.
Kind of peeks around you, Lons, and he sees Zane and Ventus and Turok. And he looks back up at you and he goes, "Are they bards too?"
Yeah.
No, there can only be one cool person in this group, so by default, it had to be me.
He looks back at him and he goes, "Good, because that big one doesn't look like he's got a good voice."
Ha!
I mean, you're not.
Little do you know.
I'm sorry, what did he say? It's kind of high up here.
That goblin just sussed you, bro.
Hey, little goblin fella.
Yes.
So what's going on at the front gate? It seems kind of tense up there.
Oh, it is. That's why we're back here.
So what's going on?
They're trying to get in. We're not letting them in.
I mean,
Who's they?
fair.
You're like, wow, he actually gave me everything I needed. I have nothing.
Yeah, that's. I mean, okay. That's war fundamentals, I guess.
What do I do with this information
They're
besides?
trying to comment.
Okay.
Or say no.
They want my house, and I say no. So then we get mad and then fight about it. Okay, yeah, that's everything. You covered all the bases. I'm good.
He looks back at you, Lons, and goes, "She's waiting."
Good. You heard the man.
Well, let's go pay her a visit. I need to meet this woman. I need to see what she's got to say about everything that's been happening, because, bro, if I gotta dirty this blade one more time over some bullshit.
As you guys are walking back there, you can see several more goblins, and the crowd of goblins is becoming more and more and more. And then once you get to them, you see about 30 orcs standing on the backside of all these goblins, all facing out towards you guys.
Do I recognize any of them from when me and Lon split?
You recognize the one that said, "Are we doing this? Or do we get to keep your friend?"
I'm just gonna stare at him as I'm walking. I'm like, that guy.
I'm gonna start waving my arms. Hey, how's it going?
Nope, put your arms down. No.
Let me see if he recognizes you.
He probably will.
Oh yeah, when he sees you stare dead-eyeing him, and he just kind of returns the favor. He just gives you a light nod.
Like, hey, Truck, that orc's kind of eyeballing you, man. I think he likes you.
We have a hate boner for each other right now.
Do tell. This sounds like a very interesting story that we should totally talk about right now.
I'm gonna lean over to Lons and be like, so do they always just stand here not doing anything, just looking mad? Is that what they do?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Like all of them?
They wake up in the standing position, bro. It's weird.
This is miserable. Like what? Like they can't have known we were gonna be here. They can't. They can't have known.
Zane.
That means they were here.
When you see all of these orcs, they don't look like they're wearing the same kind of armor as Redfist's army did.
Right. I mean, I understand the concept of orc tribes, so yeah, that makes sense.
Well, no. So, Red Hand, his military was known for a very specific mark. It marked them as who they worked for. These orcs don't have any distinct markings. They don't seem to any of them particularly have any clan markings on them.
None?
No.
Like, they're clanless? Okay. Makes sense why they're rolling around with Nimue.
Now, are you got...
Lons, your mic.
You muted. Oh, the orcs that he saw. This is something he notices, that they're clanless.
Oh, okay.
And then just beyond them, you see Nimue. She's got her back to the crowd, and she's just kind of browsing through the stall.
Is that... Look over at Lons again. Is that Nimue?
That's the woman that held me captive for 3 days.
Well, at least it looked like she's keeping herself busy. I don't understand why everybody's just standing here.
Zane, you immediately recognize Nimue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not going to use the word hate boner again? Come on. Come on, we've only used it like twice.
No, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping my presence minimal at this moment.
Turok,
So
did you know that my Uncle Zane has a hate boner for her?
Yes, I've heard.
Next time we'll
Multiple times about
Zane
her.
takes a
It
bite.
was her too.
So that is her?
She started this.
Oh, let's just get this over
We're gonna
with.
cover that.
So
Let's just
Nimue,
get this
one of the
over with.
orcs turns to you and says, "They're here."
Hi.
Repeat.
And then just
One of your orcs
Oh.
turns to you and says, "They're here."
Wonderful. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna see whom before me? Zane and everybody
Yep.
else.
You'll see Zane and Lons and two characters that you have not yet met.
Ah, okay. All right. Oh, I'm glad you made it back. Obviously, the message made it. Fantastic. Zane, good to see you again.
Nimue.
Yeah. Ah, I'm very glad you decided to make it here. There's something very important we need to discuss.
I hope you can kind of fill me in on that a little better than what my bard friend here did. He's kind of the worst messenger ever. But
Well, obviously, do I perceive from where I'm at his still persistent odor of booze and feces?
I've showered.
Wonderful.
Booze, yes. Feces, no.
No, booze?
I've showered.
Yeah.
I'm a new
I had a
man.
I had a like that.
You do smell a hint of blood, but you can tell it's not his.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What a great messenger. Gets drunk before he delivers the message. Fantastic.
Before and after. And during. And multiple days before.
Yeah, I can
It's a
vouch.
miracle you survived. Perhaps we should go someplace a little bit quieter, a little more private, neutral ground. Sit
that
down.
sounds fine.
I'm not looking to cause any harm. I'm looking to share some information that is crucial to you.
Well, what's in
If
it
you
for
say
you?
so.
What's
I
in
was
it
gonna
for
say,
me? A
yes.
shared cause.
Okay.
That's what's in it for me. So let's go have a seat over at that tavern, shall we?
As you say that, all of the goblins get out of the way. The orcs kind of line up, double filed in front of everybody, and start walking towards the tavern, making sure that everybody gets out of the way as you guys proceed towards it.
Is the procession.
As
Part-
you guys,
Parting of the seas, if you will.
yeah, as you guys are approaching the tavern, you see several large groups of the military from the gate kind of turn and look in your direction, and immediately just turn back around and look the other way.
Did I walk past the one that was?
I'm just picturing all the works going that way. And oh.
Did I walk past the one that I was eyeing?
The one that you were eyeing is actually right in front of you.
Oh. One of these days, we're gonna go at it. One day. And yeah, I said it.
Sexual tension in this group is like I could cut it with a butter knife.
He hears you, and he says, "Given the right circumstances and the proper permission, we can do it now."
I lean over to
you
Lons and
guys
say,
know?
"What did he
You guys-
just say?"
I got information I need to learn first. You come second.
Wait, what are they talking about?
Why'd you have to say it that?
I don't
Why
know.
those specific words? Come second.
Well,
Why'd
we
you
are
have to
headed
say
for a tavern that doesn't rent rooms by the hour if you should need them, I'm sure.
Oh my god!
I lean into
So when-
Lons and say, "Bro, what are they talking about?"
I'm not a
So
book,
when you guys
I'm not a
reach the
bookstore
tavern-
full, okay?
When you guys reach the tavern, the orcs line up on either side of the door and allow you guys to walk through. Turok, as you're passing him, he tells you, "I'll be waiting here."
Alright.
You know, well, whatever you are, you're more than welcome to stay here and dilly dally with your new romance. Is that what they call it now?
No, I'd rather
The
hear what
orc
you have
kind
to
of
say first.
snickers about it, because he has informed Nimue of what he told you. She's fully aware of the exchange.
Anyhow, let's not make
Right.
this any more awkward. So, let's all have a seat. Order around, if you will. Zane, the
Yeah.
reason I asked you here, uh, how do I say this? I need to give you first an apology. And this might shock you to all shit, but
And you actually do see the visible, like, wide-eyed look on my face, like, are we?
I'm dead
This is
serious. Uh, I am
okay.
undead serious almost. Um, anyhow, so the reason I've asked you here is to ask you, what do you know about the moons that circle our planet? What exactly are you aware of?
I mean, given their history and basically that they're responsible for the magic that we have here on the planet,
And you
that's.
know how many we have.
I've heard references that there are supposed to be 6. I only know of 4.
So you know a hint of what's out there, really. Okay. Well, I'm about to confirm that for you. There are 6 moons. The 4 we know of: Pyrrhos, Aquasia, Gaia, Kronos, and Gravitum are the last 2 that you're not aware of.
Hmm.
So now that we have names for them, I have information that is going to help you immensely with your rune tech, which I have also, and I need to apologize to you for this, kind of stifled some of your development. Yes, I am responsible for stealing away with some of your inventions, some of your tech. But there's a reason, a very good reason. The world is not ready for some of these things you created. Now, you can villainize me and hate me and attack me all you like for these things. I haven't destroyed them, I have merely put them on hold.
Hmm.
No questions as to why that is?
I mean, explain if you feel it's necessary.
Why so submissive all of a sudden? I was really expecting a bit of a fight. Oh, it's a little disappointing. But anyhow,
In the of it being the pursuit of knowledge, that is why I'm here. That is the only reason why I'm here.
well, then consider this knowledge. When you take from one thing, you must give back to another to maintain the balance. What happens to a universe that is completely tipped on end? What happens to magic that is completely tipped on end in one direction or another? What happens to, say, a small plate when you add too much weight to one side and it's on a fulcrum? It tips over and destroys itself. So while your rune tech, I don't completely disagree with, I disagree with how you neglect to return natural magic to its proper balance. When you create rune tech, you must create something natural or give back to balance the scales, so you don't send the entire realm into destruction. Yes? Makes sense?
So, like the law of equivalent exchange.
I
Proper
mean,
balance.
Right?
in
Right.
some ways, yes, but in reality,
In reality, what? There is no reality if you destroy it. Yes?
and I'm like, but the whole thing is that the gods themselves were the ones that designed this whole system to begin with.
Right. And the gods were all necessary in each and every one of their own ways, were they not? To create this balance, this delicate thing.
And the only thing that's been done as far as magic beforehand was priests and religion were sitting there and deviating away from everything that was. It actually almost made it more of a perversion than before.
True, but they weren't creating something entirely new or using something entirely new to disrupt the balance completely.
I almost felt like I was actually bringing something back from before than creating new things.
which is entirely possible. However, we must balance the old with the new. If you want to phase in the new or bring in the new, there must be new balance.
Hmm.
I spent quite a deal of time, a great deal of time, studying this. And it's the only reason I've reached out to you. Like I've said, I'm not against your rune tech completely. I think actually some of it's quite brilliant. But the problem is some of your greater inventions some of the things you call your greatest invention are the very things that will tip the balance so hard that it would destroy everything. And there would be no rune magic. There would be no natural magic. There may not even be a reality as we know it.
Okay.
I
I'm
feel
willing
like, I feel like there's something you're not telling us.
Oh, there's one
Oh,
other
there's
thing I
plenty.
have. There's a lot I haven't told you yet, and some of it is because you're not asking the right questions, or you're not asking questions at all. Have you, where you're creating runes and where we have natural magic, there is also the opposite of that as well. The anti-magic, the anti-rune.
and then I like reach inside my those things
Oh.
she's actually talking about.
Okay, hold on. Your audio cut off for me just a little bit.
Yeah, you froze for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I said I reached inside my jacket and I pulled out one of the anti runes that she's talking about. That little piece of tech that one guy gave me.
Well, it seems
I'm
you
like-
stumbled across it as well.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out the mechanics of it, but yes.
Wait, you said stumble across it as well? So you didn't create this?
This exists. There is a reason this exists. I don't have all of that information yet, but that may be useful. Very interesting.
I have one little question real quick.
Absolutely.
How do you know so much about the other two moons? The ones that we barely even know of?
Do you remember hearing a story about the calamity?
Well,
Just
yeah.
the small little stories? Nothing that
But
came
you
out
get the
in full
gist
detail.
of it, where
Yes.
everything fell. Everything was destroyed. And I can't speak to everything, but I was there.
You were there.
I'm
was
sorry,
there.
what?
I was there. Did I stutter?
Yeah, you just sound like a loony bin.
Well, my dear, see, what I am allows me plenty of time to gather knowledge.
What do you mean? What you are? What? I don't
Well,
understand.
you don't know. You haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, I
Figured
don't know.
what
like,
out?
Oh, well. It's irrelevant anyway. You'll figure it out eventually.
She's a witch.
Zane, what is she talking about? Is she's
Zane
drunk?
knows.
It's the one thing that I know about
Yep.
her is that she's a vampire.
She's a vampire. Wait, they're real?
Wait a minute, you didn't bother to tell us till now?
There's a lot of stuff that I
Oh,
haven't
Zane,
told you guys
keeping
for reasons.
secrets. Oh, it's like a soap opera.
Dude, I didn't think vampires were real.
Because I didn't want you to sit there and be thinking about it for 14 years.
I wouldn't have had to think about it for 14 years if I'd have known 14 years ago.
My dear, we are very real. And I
Oh.
just happen to be one of the oldest.
Let me see your fangs.
This is why.
It's not
Exactly
a
why.
party trick. Sit down.
Okay,
Foro,
I'm sorry.
or
I'm
I'll
sorry.
shut you up.
Wait. I'm
I
sorry.
need a drink.
I'm so sorry. Just trying to lighten the
There's-
You
mood.
need a
Just
drink?
trying to lighten the mood.
They're
If
already
you see a
setting
fang
mugs.
appear,
It's
There
kind
you
of
go.
tense in here.
Vanessa
Here.
Atkins,
She kind of flashes a
Personal-
fang at you.
sexual
say you need a drink. Get you one.
As, As she flashes that fang, there are actually drinks and plates being set down in front of you guys, and the waitstaff that's doing this, they're setting it down very quickly and walking away because they know this is not an area that they should be in
Very long.
uninvited.
Yeah.
And I actually look down at like a
Elliot,
very,
head.
I look down at a very well-aged glass of whiskey, and I'm like, huh, you remembered.
Yeah, when she flashes her fang, I look at it and I go, "Oh, she did it! That's dope!"
Zane just
To be know that I
That's
still don't
exciting.
believe
laid his hand to his forehead like, oh my gods.
That's like all it
You-
took, and now I'm sold. Like, oh, dude, I had to. How am I stupid? Dude,
If
they
I
had to
roll
have been
my
real.
eyes any harder, I will be able to check out my own posterior.
You're
Hush, child.
Oh,
Burn.
Ah,
yes, ma'am.
anyhow, there's a
Almost,
lot.
I half expected him to say, yes, mommy.
Oh. I would have ended stream. I would have ended it right there. Like, nope, not today.
I don't even know what to say to that, bro.
I mean, obviously,
Neither do
one
I.
of
I'm just
three.
gonna pretend that didn't happen.
I'm just glad it didn't happen.
Anyways,
Oh.
So-
my God.
And not even like sarcastically, like yes, mom. Nope, I
So-
fully expected him to be like, yes, mommy.
Okay,
So-
Alucard.
so you said full rose earlier, so that means you know who I am.
I have an inkling.
I
I've
mean,
heard of you.
the way you've been saying your name around to everybody, everybody knows who you are from here to Modern.
Yes. Well, isn't that something? If everybody can know who I am, why can't I know who you are?
Well, I was just wondering what you knew about me because I have another question to ask you if you do.
I know of you.
Okay. So, have you heard anything about me doing crazy ass magic?
Well, I don't know. Do you do crazy ass magic?
Occasionally. But for instance, have you heard anything about me not being here right now?
What do you? Wait a minute.
Makes
Wait.
Are we high? Are we high right now?
What do you mean?
What's in this beer?
Not here, but here.
Apparently, there is somebody that looks exactly like me that is being mistaken for me.
Give me a moment, please. I need.
He gets that
That
reaction a
answers
lot.
that question. I don't know anything per se about that.
It would be so much easier for me to call him my twin, but I refuse.
It makes no sense to me.
Well, he's not my twin
I don't.
that I know of. I mean, if he
You're
is.
the first time I've met you.
Okay, so
I
you.
know of you
Okay.
because of your travels with Zane. And that's
that
about
makes
it.
sense. That makes sense.
Because I keep tabs on that.
Understood.
So,
Well, I was just wondering if you had heard anything, all things considered. You know,
all
I
things
figured.
considered, no, I have not, other than today.
Well, I figured someone as well versed and as well traveled as yourself would have picked up on current doings here and about, or something.
Well, I tell you what. It appears as though going forward we may be forced to work together on occasion. I will keep my ears and eyes peeled for you. How's
Thank
that?
you very much, Miss Nimue.
I've been busy doing other things, which is why, unfortunately, I had to kidnap your poor little bard. And I'm so terribly sorry. Not really.
Well,
I've been
he don't seem too beat up.
preoccupied with Nino and apparently Zane's sister, who thought I was attacking the city. I had heard Nino was in the city, which was my reason for being there. And on my way out, after conducting my investigation, she so rudely decided to come at me.
Well, Nino seems to know this other half of me also.
Oh,
Well, to be honest, I mean, you have him kind of antagonistic
Oh,
Crusher.
me? Oh, no.
Just a little bit. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nino and
I was about to say, but
Ventus's
yeah,
twin.
we actually kind of need to move it back in that direction. What do you heard?
Your audio went out again. So-
Ah, crud.
Yeah. Crud.
I was just saying, what do you know or
He did it again.
What
It
do
did
I
it again.
know?
On
Hold
the
on.
exact
What do I
sentence.
know about Nino?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
know
it's
he
your-
is vile. I know he is motivated to use any and all knowledge about all 6 planets and anything else he can to it seems like completely destroy the world.
He mentioned that very clearly when he said he has a plan to put a crown of elemental deception either on
Whoa, rewind that. The what?
the crown of elemental deception.
Oh, this isn't good.
He wants to put it. I can't remember if it's on Ventus's head or his other twin's head.
Wait a minute. So you actually do have a twin?
Well,
This isn't suspected. It is factual.
well, it's what we've. That's what we've heard. We have yet to meet this other half of mine. But
Which is it's kind of dancing between.
Yeah, out again.
yeah.
Ventus has been unaware of even having a twin.
I was about to say,
I
yeah,
thought
and
Nino
that's-
told us in the dream walk.
well,
In the dream walk.
He
In,
said that
in,
there's
in,
the
whoa,
other.
whoa, in a what?
In,
In
that,
the dream walk.
in the dream walk.
That was his first time getting any kind of knowledge of it.
Okay, so this is out of character conversation?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But yes, back
It's
in.
like-
I am aware of that.
Okay, back in character, just to make sure.
So, like I was
So
saying,
you've all dealt and met with Nino
Unfortunately.
in reality or in Dreamscape?
Mostly in Dreamscape. We haven't had the pleasure of meeting him in reality yet.
if I had met him in reality, I'm pretty sure he would have met my ire by now.
And would have my lance through his head. What
I
he
don't
did
recommend
with
it.
Undarn.
Is this
Not
guy
quite
tough?
there yet. I'm sorry?
Is this guy tough?
Yes. If someone, say, like me, can struggle with that one, I don't recommend you take him on alone.
Hmm.
That said, I'm getting ready for a war of my own.
Against Nino?
And what?
Hmm?
I said, and what do we need to know about that?
What do you want to know about that?
Everything, if we're supposed to work together.
Be specific, Bob. My battles I pick and choose on my own.
Well, who you choosing to fight? The people at the
Just-
front gate?
Didn't I just specify?
Nino.
I'm preparing for a war against Nino.
We were making sure.
We
That's
had
the battle
Nino.
we were talking about. Okay.
I thought I was specific.
Well, you are enough now. Thank you. Good.
Excellent. It's not a war I want to fight alone, but it'll have to be fought on several fronts.
Okay.
You can't touch him in the dreamscape. Don't even try.
Interesting.
Well, you might scratch him, but you're not going to stop him.
My brother seemed to do a little bit more of a scratch when he had him trapped.
What is it about y'all and siblings?
Wouldn't know.
I don't have any siblings.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, apparently you do.
Talking about
You're
a
looking
twin
for a
like 30
twin.
straight minutes.
Yeah, well, which is it? Do you have a sibling or a twin, or do you not? Because isn't that what a twin is?
I don't know. It sounds like they're looking for me, but it's not me. But I don't have any twins. I don't have a brother. I don't have a brother. I don't have a brother. I
That
don't.
you're aware of.
That he knows of.
He's still in the
Exactly.
denial phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna deny it. Because it ain't true.
That's not what denial means.
No,
Yeah, you actually.
That's a
it's
river.
not a river in Egypt either. Child.
It's a river.
All right, Zane, I'll take some of that Vicodin off of your breath. I get it now. I get it.
I need about 2 or 3 more.
Oh dear. All right.
Rune candy. I'm about to start popping rune candy.
There goes the force. Oh. Poor misled children. Well, seeing as how we all have a common enemy, I've made my apologies and my amends, Zane, for my unorthodox methods. Going forward, there's some more of that rune tech that you might want to investigate, the anti-rune.
Right.
I know where some of it is, but it's not going to be easy to get to. It is not my, let's say, forte to retrieve this item, but I can tell you exactly where it is and some of what you need to do to get it. And I can help you get there, but beyond that, it's up to you.
Very well. And what is exactly that you're going to be wanting in exchange for this?
Oh, nothing at all. Just an assist. We have a mutual enemy. We have several mutual enemies, actually. Believe it or not, although our methods differ and our points of view differ, we very much have a similar goal. So, if we can try and meet in the middle. You've already found some anti-rune tech. Where did you find it, actually?
Add a character real quick.
Yeah.
Or exactly who gave me that.
Wasn't it Polar Knight?
Yeah, Polar Knight.
That's right, Polar.
On top of the tower, the communications tower.
On top of the tower.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I'm not being redundant here. All right. So in the middle of town. In the middle of town, there is the comms tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavily guarded. Hold on, out of character here. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
What city was that in? Shoot.
It's right there in Halia.
Oh, it's here in town, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure, because
Yeah.
that didn't make sense the way I had it written down.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait a minute, I missed something. Oh no, I did not. Okay, so here in Halia, smack dab in the middle of town, and I can't even get to it because of all the garbage going on. Now, I may have a free pass to pass through town. That doesn't mean I have a free pass to go wherever I please and do what I want. Go figure. And as inconvenient as that is, you actually and your group may have a much easier time retrieving this anti-rune tech here in town than I will. The comms tower is heavily guarded. It's, again, not my forte to be able to break in and get it. I can get you there, and I don't know what's waiting beyond that. I can't tell you anything further about what you'll encounter once you get in there. I don't know what's down there. I can't get in, and I can't get any eyes or ears in. Which is unnerving for someone of my ability.
I see.
So if you want to discover and research more of that anti-rune tech, I think that would be a great place to start.
Okay.
All right.
And
you
the
guys
only
have any more
thing,
questions? Oh, go ahead.
the only thing I want in exchange is a sharing of information and research. Believe it or not, I'm not against rune tech or anti-rune tech. I'm very, very, very much interested in it. And I'd be willing to, as uncomfortable as this makes me, assist. And again, the fangs kind of show a little bit. She chokes on the word assist.
Why don't we consider it, moving forward, why don't we consider it more of a partnership?
Olive branch.
I can work with that.
And then we'll see about eventually if we can balance this, figure out, or at least make a way to make it compatible. Maybe I will consider gladly giving you back your rune tech.
I see.
There has to be a way to balance things first before you can use that tech.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to try and I need to
Well, then
I
why
need to
on
get a
earth
better
would you
grasp
just...
of this knowledge. I mean, all of this, every single bit of it, that's how experimentation goes.
I really
You-
should have
you
kidnapped that
move
bard
forward.
much sooner. We could have avoided break-ins and fighting and orc death and goblins going out the window. And oh, God forbid they turn into bards themselves.
You started this, from what I
Count it.
understand.
So, Lawrence, you need to convert
Hey.
more.
Keep it up.
Oh,
He's going to end up being yours.
We're gonna have them. Oh gosh. A bardic poetess, or a bardic
Poet.
poet. Yeah.
A goblin bard, multi-class. It,
Mm,
it, it really makes my brain hurt. Do we have to make this character sheet?
no, we're good.
I'll do it.
Oh, God.
No DM. No, we're good DM. We don't need this DM. No, thank you.
Are we?
The gears are already turning.
Too late. I'm sorry.
Fuck everything.
Oh, come on.
I mean, yeah, or
Like, we don't have enough comic relief.
Right. So
Oh.
do you guys have any further questions for Nimue?
I did want to say one last thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and apologize on my sister's behalf. She thought that you were responsible for Callum.
I had nothing to do with it. It's pure coincidence.
But in the end, I mean,
Send her my apologies for any injuries inflicted. I did try to pull punches.
oh, she said that she was more than. I mean, she barely got away unscathed, is what she said, but she
I
gave as good as
pulled
she got. So,
punches.
I mean, just like we're not going to start this. We really shouldn't.
Oh, no.
You know, it's the same situation as with Maygrove. Pure coincidence. We were both on the same trail. I was in Maygrove. I was in those sewers, but I had nothing to do with the attack on that city.
Interesting.
No, that was all Red Hand, Red Fist, whatever the hell his name was, because now he's just a little splatter on the wall.
I do find
Delicious.
that amusing.
oh, that's right. I did turn one of your goblins into a
He
Christmas tree.
he earned that. I'll tell you that right now.
And if you flayed one of my goblins, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
They attacked first. I went after. I went through a couple of walls, splattered them on a wall.
What goes around comes around. I'm sure there's somebody waiting outside to see you.
Yep.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
After this exchange of information, you guys get a chance to kind of mildly let your guards down to finish your drinks and finish your food. Nimue stands up after finishing her last drink. Do you have any last words for them before you leave them at the table?
Gentlemen, should you come across Nino again, make note of everything. Everything. Whether it's in a dreamscape, and I seriously doubt you'll ever cross him in person, and if you do, make notes and turn the other way. You're not ready for that fight yet.
Whew, that's stressful.
I'm
I am
concerned. As
more
long as
than
we keep the
happy.
crown away from him, I think we might be fine.
That's a good plan,
Excellent.
I think.
And that might
Assuming
be
that we're that far ahead of them.
And well, he
That
won't
might
be
be
able to
something.
touch that crown.
that might be something to get on
What if-
because he may actually be able to. We don't know this.
What if we make him
As far as
think
I'm
we're
aware of,
behind?
only Minotaurs can. And only albino Minotaurs can activate it.
There's always a loophole.
Hmm.
Always.
And that's the crown?
Yes.
Yes.
Makes me wonder if it was a smart move to send my brother to our islands.
But
He's supposed to be trying to contact us here soon, and I need to get a hold of the
Hopefully.
network.
I have more questions now than answers.
Good.
Why does he want to give the power of the crown to my twin?
Or you.
Because it
Or
serves
me.
his purpose.
But so are you saying that?
What do you know of the crown of elemental?
So-
What was it? What is it?
Elemental deception.
Deception.
So does that mean that I can activate it also? Or does
I
it
was
have?
just saying.
No.
Okay, thank God, because I don't.
I was about to, but I am asking Emily what she know. What do you know about this crown?
Not very much.
Okay.
Just about as much as you do. I know it exists.
What
I
is
know its
his
purpose.
name?
What exactly is its purpose? Because I've only found a couple of things referencing it, not much more.
It's obscure. Give me a moment. I may have some notes on it somewhere around here. She's paging through a book.
I'm gonna wait till she finishes because I got another question.
I may have a way to do that. One moment, since my character sheet won't load here. Now, at one time, I had an ability that let me roll for this kind of knowledge.
Like I have like things where I'm like, oh, I can point out exactly where I could find the knowledge. Because it's like, it's like, I mean, if you can't tell me, then I know where I can go find it. That's basically it. Like basically,
Oh,
Right.
I know where it's at, and I know who currently who is in
No, I'm talking.
possession of it.
Okay. Well, the
Your knowledge about
the only thing I can tell you is when the proper power are combined, the crown can destroy the world and make it new. And whether or not that crown allows the person wielding that power, whether it's the person wearing it or the person controlling the person's wearing it, perhaps the person in control there, and in this case, for example, it would be Nino. I don't even like saying the name. He would probably be out to make the world new in what he prefers.
So, what happens if we So we need to put it on one of them to destroy and create a new world. What happens if we put it on the other?
What do you mean?
So he wants to put it
It-
either on Ventus or his twin. And according to
Right.
you, it destroys the world and creates a new one.
Creates
What
it
if we
as new.
put it on the other? Like, instead of, like, say he needs to
This
put it
is an
on Ventus.
unknown. This is an unknown. We don't have enough information. We don't have that research. I don't have that research. I don't have access to that yet, and I'm still looking. I don't have all the answers. I have some, and whatever information I have, I'm willing to share. But I can't tell you. No one knows that answer.
Okay, have you heard of somebody called Cost the Destroyer?
Hmm? Who?
Cost the Destroyer.
Cost the Destroyer. It sounds familiar.
The leader of the Horn Islands.
Yes. Apparently,
Mm.
he has the crown.
Oh, does he now? You may want to get on that.
Yeah, I'm already on it.
Like now. Ah, Cost the Destroyer. Why do I know this name? Oh, yes. He's a power hungry, bit of a megalomaniac, yes.
From what I've been told.
Yeah, get on that. That's bad news. You may want to find a way to usurp the crown. Yeah, bad joke.
No, it wasn't bad. It was a good joke. But I have a question. Is the crown able to be destroyed, or does anybody know?
I have an answer, and that to me is unknown as of yet.
Hmm.
As of yet.
What would happen theoretically if the crown were to be destroyed?
There are ways to unmake magical artifacts of that nature, but they are catastrophic.
Because as jacked as this world is,
I will tell you, as jacked as this world is right now, if Cost the Usurper and Nino go to war over that crown, things are going to get much worse. You need to intercept. That's unfortunately, you're the only hope. Oh God, I hate to say that.
I mean,
We
is
are
there
so screwed.
there's a
Only hope.
religious symbol or something that we have in this world, right? I'm doing it right now. Like that's like the whole like like
She's
mark
sitting
of-
here calling in all the magic energy she can to deal with this. Like, oh, we're so screwed. No,
Trust me,
is.
I'd rather be turning this over to anybody else right now. Anybody else.
And who else would know? So I guess it's up to us.
It's up to us, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
It's up to the Three Stooges and the old man.
Now, listen. It's not gonna be that bad.
You have seen the company you travel with, yes?
Oh,
he knows.
believe me,
Full aware.
I'm fully aware. But look,
No, you are so full of shit, right?
No, he's so full of us.
we are
Ah, for once, Zane and I agree.
good joke, bro. Bro, that's a good joke. Okay, so listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Surely there's got to be some merit to the Sanguine Sage, the greatest barbarian bard on this side of the planet, a albino minotaur that has the strength of at least 7 men, and then me, some guy that can use magic without runes. Surprise. Surely we
Rewind,
could do
you could
something.
what?
That's my little trick.
Surprise! You didn't just hear him surprise.
Rewind.
Oh,
What?
Finally found something she doesn't know.
That's interesting. Well, I never claimed to know everything, child. I know a lot.
You're gonna
I've had
find
a
out
lot of time to
eventually.
collect those things.
I suppose you'll find out eventually. So.
The kid
Yes,
knows
I
how to
will.
mess around with magic, and he can do it without the use of runes.
And you are naturally gifted.
Anti-rune tech does not work on me.
Yeah, he gets all
That
the
too.
fire fingers.
You say you've been in the dreamscape.
Nino actually spoke to me directly.
Really?
hmm
Well, then you must be very important.
Well, apparently, he said he was gonna send my other half to kill me, which this is where I heard of my other half.
That's right.
He said he was gonna send my other half to kill me, and give him.
That was his words exactly. Other half.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said he was gonna send my other half to kill me.
Okay, you got light bulbs going on, and I don't like it. What's going on that way?
It's the way he says it that's intriguing to me.
Well, he said that he's gonna send my other half to kill me, which is curious because
Well, a twin could be considered just that.
could, but it just doesn't feel right saying that, so I don't say it. I don't know why. He could be my twin. I might be wrong, but it just doesn't
Well,
feel right.
obviously it is if this person is running around the realms being mistaken for a different version of you.
He looks like you. He does things like you, except for apparently he's better at them than you.
Well, for all I know, I could be
Ooh.
cloned, or I could be a clone.
What's it?
Huh?
A clone.
Like, the two of us don't. That science
doesn't exist.
in this world. So, like, we're both of,
That's
both
why
of
we're
the people here are like, huh?
Well, the word would exist, wouldn't it?
The word would, yeah. But the
Yeah.
idea of cloning someone wouldn't.
Well, the idea of using
Full-on
rune tech magic without runes doesn't exist either, but it happens.
Why would you do that?
I am a walking anomaly, okay?
Literally.
So I could be a clone for all I know. All I'm saying is there is somebody that looks like me that is doing shit that isn't me. So they are going to send this person to me to kill me so they
Then
can
you
have
better
the
hope
crown.
You win.
I'm not that worried about it.
I
I'm
would be.
stressed beyond imagination about it, actually. I am horrified because I don't know half of what this person knows. And what if they pretend to be me?
What? Well, let's put the shoe on the other foot. What if they're not you? What if they're completely unaware of you?
I just have a feeling that's not the case.
Well, then you better figure out who this person is.
I don't know.
And my curiosity is definitely piqued. I'm going to keep my ears to the ground.
Well, the reason I feel like that's not the case is because he is apparently far more traveled than I am. Because I've hardly been out of Erendite most of my life. And I know who he is. So the odds of me knowing who he is before he knew me is very slim.
Well, if he hasn't gone out of his way to interact with you, it may very well be that you're both completely unaware, or were completely unaware at one point of each other's existence.
Oh, I'm sure at one point. But
news is probably getting back to him that now that you're traveling, there's somebody running around with his face
well,
who's not as talented and an easy target.
Well,
I suggest you remedy that.
I'm the son of Asher Fullrose, a famous knight of Arendite,
I've
and
heard.
recently, let me finish. Recently, somebody has been making a scene everywhere they go. That also isn't me.
Oh.
But also is you.
But isn't you?
Yeah, but I would remember doing uh, heavy.
Throwing a sword at a
Yeah.
statue.
Nobody
He's
gives
not
a
getting
fuck
out
about the
of that
statue.
village.
Zane, Zane, Zane.
We're
Nobody
doomed.
gives a fuck about the statue. Shut the fuck up about the
Yeah.
I
statue.
give a fuck about the statue.
Fuck the statue.
What
Fuck
is
the
this
statue.
story?
Fuck the statue. Fuck the statue. Fuck the statue.
No, I don't
Okay.
recommend that.
Back on
That
track.
sounds uncomfortable.
Back on
Anyhow,
track.
Okay.
I can only keep my eyes and ears peeled. But now that I'm aware, should I in my travels come across somebody of your likeness, and I'm fairly certain it's not you, and maybe they're a little more talented, maybe I can do some research.
That would be wonderful.
We'll see. Is there anything else I can help you with, gentlemen?
That's it for me.
Hmm. Zane?
I mean, as far everything that I could have hoped. I mean, what we've done here today is taken a decade off my life. But
Hmm.
at least we're moving in a direction that's not trying to kill each other for now.
That was never my intent. My intent and is and always has been to keep the balance, to preserve, not to destroy. My methods are absolutely unorthodox. And yes, I put your bard friend in a cage with his own feces for a few days, and who's to say he didn't deserve it? But
Was that
It got
before or after you tried to kill us in the landslide?
fairly
She
certain it
knew
was
you were
after.
going to be able to avoid.
It's really hard to kill a giant bull,
I mean,
even with a
if-
landslide.
If he didn't
And
almost
the
come to a
intent
complete
actually
stop
was to
and me
capture
take
you
off,
both. I would have loved to have put you in the cage too. That would have been in your cage.
that's assuming you could find one big enough.
Who's to say I can't? Anyhow, regardless of the circumstances, the desired outcome occurred. My message received somebody without me getting killed in the process, and we finally have an olive branch and a peace offering and are on the same page.
Right.
I hope this continues. Should we meet again?
And with that, Nimue steps up from the table, gives you a courtesy nod, and walks out of the tavern.
Oh, bye.
So now that you guys have had a chance to actually sit and talk with Nimue, what will you guys do next?
So you guys think we gave her a little bit too much information?
No, she'll find it out anyway.
Probably found out. Finds out an hour later. I mean, at least she was able to give us plenty of stuff to work with also.
Yeah, it kind of seems like we gave her a little bit more information than what she kind of gave us.
Well, if she is somebody that is a threat to us, we just need to make sure that she understands.
I mean, who's to say she won't, turn on us the moment we take care of Nino?
Well, that's fine. We'll just clean house.
I mean, all I can say is I've never needed a shower more than I need one right now. but you know,
I wouldn't recommend it here.
I don't know. She didn't give me a very animosity filled vibe. You know, uh, it was very to the point, more or less. Like we can kind of help each other. Very neutral stance. She
I'm
did
cautiously optimistic.
same.
Yeah.
But if she decides to betray us, then well, hopefully she's in the same place as Nino, and we'll just sweep
Yeah,
the.
no, I'd rather do them separately.
Me too. I bought.
Phrasing.
I'm. Oh, bro, will you stop your shit today,
You,
bro?
you started it.
Stop your shit today. Okay, so
Back on track.
back on track.
Politely decline.
Back on track. Back on track. Okay, so, um, but, God damn it. Uh,
You're welcome.
Yourself, man.
I hate being ADHD so fucking bad.
It's
Right.
alright.
Which is why this shit happened to me too.
Okay,
Anyways,
but I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. We need her just as much as she needs us. And at this moment, I feel like we just need to keep our eyes on the prize for this. We need to focus on Nino. We need to make sure we take care of Nino before he mind controls some weird look-alike or kills Andarn or does something that the world is going to regret. So I don't mind working with her up until then if we have to. And who knows, maybe we'll have a blossoming friendship after said events, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
yeah, I really need to get in contact with Leotti, see if they heard from Andarn.
Zane, it really feels like she doesn't hate technology as much as she used to, so maybe there's hope.
I mean, it's what I've always been hoping for, anyways, that the world would understand what I've been trying to accomplish with all this. I'm trying to make the world a better place, not fuck it over.
Well, she seems to be more understanding than she used to be, according to the stories you've told me about her. But she seemed a little more open minded. I don't know if it's because she actually has your technology with her, or what. She might have uh, some crude ways of going about things. Maybe it's not the most tasteful. But
She's basically trying to stop the ring technology from advancing too far, basically.
Too far, too fast.
I can understand that she's trying to maintain balance. If she's truly a vampire, she was talking like she's been around for thousands of years, and I'm inclined to believe her. And plus, I really feel like with her, there's a lot of knowledge that may have died along with the rest of the world as ages have passed that maybe she has, held on to. And I don't know about y'all, but this is the first vampire I've ever met. I don't know if she's the only one left or what, but I mean, I feel like it's kind of imperative that we try to mend whatever kind of relationship there is, if possible.
I am slowly working on that.
You're doing good, man. You're doing good. I'm proud of you. You didn't shoot her.
And you'd be surprised how many times my hand went for the gun.
I saw. I watched you. I watched. I stressed out, but I was watching. You did good. I'm proud of you. Baby steps, Zane. Baby steps.
Yeah, yeah.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Right. All right. That's what you taught me. Baby steps. Come on.
Mm-hmm. And look how well that turned out.
It's turned out fine. Look, we're doing all right. We're still alive, aren't we?
Somehow.
Okay.
Alright. Well, after you guys have had a chance to kind of go over the information that you were provided and have gotten an understanding of the situation that's really going on, how Nimue is actually involved in everything, that she actually doesn't have anything to do with the war. You guys remember that you do have a package that needs to be brought back to Asher.
I thought Dwight took that.
So I took that.
Yeah, Dwight has it.
Yeah.
But Dwight's
waiting
waiting
on
for
us.
you guys.
That's right. Okay.
But we also got to go and get the rune tech.
So you've been given the location of where this rune tech's going to be at, which will be next week. Next week's episode, a step in the right direction.
Dope.
Fucking.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched tonight. Thank y'all for the ones that stuck around till the end. I know it's late, just as always, but we want to say thank you to Nimue again for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Always.
But we really appreciate all the support. I'm sorry we took off last week kind of without notice. It was all kind of short notice. Had some there was some personal stuff in the group that needed to be taken care of.
It was my fault, adult stuff.
Oh, it's all good. But we're gonna be getting back
We
on
were
track.
being adults. You're adults.
Hard to
Yes.
believe.
We're gonna be getting back on track with a continuation, and we're aiming towards wrapping up the first season. So hope you guys are ready for that build up. So if you haven't been tuning in, make sure you get caught up and stay tuned in every upcoming Wednesday. Unless something comes up, we'll keep you posted. But until then, I have been Hollow Lock. You'll be able to catch me. I'm gonna aim for next Monday. You'll be able to catch me, and I'll probably be playing some old school RPGs. So till then, I will see y'all, and I hope y'all have a fantastic night. Peace.
Later.
Later.